Okay, we are live here, and today is the biggest news day, a sad day for Americans and people of rock
No,
and
you're
roll.
not live yet.
Yeah, he is.
Hey, I'm live.
There'll be a lag on YouTube.
That's a huge lag.
About 7 seconds, right?
Oh, finally, there it is. Wow.
Oh, you're watching? You have two screens up? Hey, it's Mazzy, and we got Harry's Music Room and Louie, the rocker. I don't know what Harry's name
This
is.
Louis will be fine.
This is Louie the rocker, and it's a sad day in the music world. In the music world today, we're all together to celebrate the life of Jerry Miller, one of the original members of Moby Grape, passed overnight. He just played yesterday, apparently, according to Harry. He lived in Tacoma.
Played last
Harry,
night.
he played last night in Tacoma, and we lost Jerry Miller. So we're doing this. Well, the biggest news of the day is the loss of Jerry Miller, the great band, represented and managed by the fucking asshole cunt nose Matthew Katz, who we lost last year, who owned the name of the cover art. So what can you say about Jerry Miller since you knew him, Harry?
You knew him?
Well, he lived like 15 minutes from me. And every Tuesday night, he would play at a local bar. He played a couple of places for a number of years. And then something would come up and he'd go to a different place and play a few more years there. But every Tuesday night, he would play just very open and would allow people to get up. He even let me get up and play with him. So that tells you how friendly the guy was. But, his guitar was called Beulah. There's a story behind that guitar. I did an interview with Jerry about 2 years ago on my YouTube channel. Go back and watch it. He talks about that guitar being stolen in San Francisco and how he got it back. Good guy. Well, died about 11 this morning, I think.
He died over the night. This is one of the major albums of the San Francisco psychedelic, the Summer of Love, 1967.
At one time, he was number 69 on Rolling Stone's Top 100 guitarist. No, I'm 64, I think.
Wow. Now, this is the famous cover by photographer Jim Marshall with the flip. They actually eventually cut off the finger. This is the mono version with the poster by Jim Marshall that replicates the cover. Now, infamous album produced by David Rubinson, who at the time was a staff A&R producer at Columbia. And Columbia actually had a recording studio in San Francisco, a full-on San Francisco great studio on Folsom Street. Eventually, it was sold and David Rubinson bought it, and it became the Automat. So David Rubinson produced this. He produced Santana, a lot of the Columbia stuff. Of course, hey, Joey, he produced the Pointer Sisters, a great producer. Columbia really fucked this up because in their esteemed wisdom, they had a big party, a record party celebrating this record, and they decided to release 5 singles at the same time. They had a party releasing 5 singles.
Mazzy, can you address this?
Distraction is often used as a coping mechanism for short-term emotional regulation. I don't even know what the fuck that's talking about. Thank you, Vaj. They released 5 singles, so radio programmers, radio music directors didn't know which single to play. Of course, the single that should have been played was Omaha, a great fucking power single. In a way, they were not very psychedelic as much as a lot of the other psychedelic bands. Doris Day, isn't it Doris Day daughter? Or whose daughter was in this band? Was it Doris Day's daughter?
Industry Plant.
No. I think me and Louie are kind of in the back seat here for this stream.
We're starting with Moby Grape. It's going to change. It's going to evolve.
Are we going to get to something in this century?
Yes. Oh God, give me a break. Anyway,
dude, hold on. Like, Rob took his glasses off for a second ago, and I thought I was going to lose my
mind. Murder in My Heart for the Judge was covered by Three Dog Night.
Murder in My Heart for the Judge is on this album. This is their second album. Interesting about this. You'd buy this record and it was wrapped with this Grape Jam, which one side is Moby Grape just jamming in the studio. The other side is Moby Grape along with Mike Bloomfield and Al Cooper kind of around the time of a Super Session. They're jamming on it. And the thing is, there's a song on here called The Lake. KFRC was the AM radio in San Francisco, and they had a contest. If you send it, I think LA had a similar thing with another band. I forgot what band it was, but you'd send in lyrics, a poem, and Moby Grape would put it on their next album. They would write a song. So I think Dada needs to do that. We can write poetry, and they'll write a song.
Yeah.
turned
No,
out-
I don't think so.
I actually entered. I wish I still had the poem I entered. I don't have it anymore. Remember it, but Michael Hayworth wrote The Lake, and it's really just a montage, psychedelic noise thing, and with someone reading the lyrics to The Lake. But it's on the Extra Jam album. So there we
I
go.
love Omaha. That's a
Omaha is a kick-ass song.
I love that thing.
Yeah,
It's a sleeper.
yeah. Peter Lewis was her son. That's right. Doris Day's son. Is it Doris Day? Is that the right celebrity?
I
Loretta
don't know,
Young.
but if you say her name 3 times in a row, she might appear.
No, it's Peter. Oh, Loretta Young's son. There we go. Thank you. Thank you.
Okay.
I knew it was some celebrity, kind of old school celebrity of the day. Loretta Young's son, Peter Lewis. Thank you, Dave B. We're just hanging out today because the big news of the day, as I said, is Peter from Moby Grape is dead. That's the only reason.
We'll get into minor, like third
That's
page
the
news
only
stories
reason
later.
we're here.
Do you know,
And
Harry? Do you know if he was sick or it just was a sudden?
No, he played a gig last night. I think it was in Ocean Shores because a couple of friends of mine that normally we would be at open mic tonight, but literally everybody from open mic is not going because everybody's played with Jerry at some point.
Wow.
So they're all kind of bummed. But a couple of friends of mine saw him play last night, and I guess he passed around 11 this morning.
Right. And the sadness, and I know some of you who are in the music business or have been can speak of this. They had an infamous manager by the name of Matthew Katz. He always wanted his name pronounced Cates because he hated his Jewish identity. He managed It's a Beautiful Day. He managed Moby Grape. There's on everything. There's his logo, which you can kind of see there. He owned their name for years. And about 15 years ago, Sundays re-released the first 4 albums on CD and vinyl. And within a month, they had to pull them. I talked to Bill Irwin, who owned Sundays at the time. Matthew Cates threatened to sue. That's why when David LaFlame of It's a Beautiful Day put out records, it was called David LaFlame's White Bird or Beautiful Day or something. One of those asshole managers that held on to stuff wouldn't let the music out there. I mean, he would have made money too.
It doesn't make any sense. It makes
Right.
no sense. I don't
Makes
understand.
Well, they
that
sued him
crap.
to get the rights to the music and the name again, and they won. And that's when Sundays reissued the stuff. And then he immediately sued again, claiming he had the rights to the photography for the album artwork.
But
And
you
he
know,
forced them to recall it.
well,
Not the
funny-
photography, but the artwork itself.
Okay, what they could have done, they could have done the photograph. 'Cause
So he did everything he could to fuck him
Jim
over.
Marshall never gave away the copyright to his photograph. So if they had if Columbia or Sundays went to Jim Marshall, he would have allowed them. He charged them.
Yeah, but see, his story wasn't that he owned the artwork, the photo, but he owned the artwork for the cover.
But they could have redesigned a different cover with the original photo. You know what I mean? They could have done
yeah.
a compromise, but we don't know. Is there any other news of the day we can go into, or do we want to stick with Moby Grape?
Let me show some of my Moby Grape stuff.
Okay.
I've got a reel-to-reel truly fine citizen, and Jerry said he was a truly fine citizen. He said he made sure nobody got in when we were smoking dope.
Wow.
This is just one of many autographs, but this is Jerry Miller and Don Stevenson. They did a benefit here in town for Jerry one year.
When did Stevenson die?
I couldn't tell you. I don't know if he has yet.
Is the entire Moby Grape dead now?
Good question. This is a record I'd never even knew they were on Reprise called
I didn't
Gypsy
know that.
Wedding.
So-
I had Jerry sign it, and he hadn't seen it before.
Wow.
Not the single. He said he knew that the album was out. And then just a ton like this. This is another one that he signed for me. It's a bootleg, so he said he'd never seen it. This was the picture disc. Then live Grape Jam. Got a couple of those signed.
Remember those? Those were an independent release, as I recall.
Yeah. And then this is something Sunday.
You want to sell one of those copies or trade one of those copies?
I might trade one if you want to trade one.
Yeah.
And then this is the one. This is the one I finally tracked it down. This is the one that was on Reprise.
20 grand with Creep. Oh, okay. I remember that record. God, I forgot about that. I never had that one.
And then there's the vinyl.
Wasn't it a little more country? I remember that. Wasn't the Creep one a little more country?
I couldn't tell you. This one is basically the same record with two different covers.
That's 69. That's this one here.
Yeah. And then there was a reissue on Sundays. You had that one already, which came with Grape Jam.
What's interesting about that, the last track on side one on Wow, you have to turn to 78 RPM.
Well, how stupid was that? You know.
Well, they had Arthur Godfrey doing the introduction.
And then this one, I had Jerry sign the poster.
Cool.
So
solid collection. Moby Grape
sad
stuff.
day that we lost a good guy. Not just a good guitarist, but a good guy.
This is a UK moderator. Can you? This is a UK like 80s comp that has kind of a semi-hits thing, not total hits, because it has Murder for My Heart. It basically has the stuff from Wow for the most part. Etzel Records, different cover. Murder in My Heart for the Judge. So, Moby Grape.
I would like to be referred to as Mr. Moderator.
Your moderator.
Or Your Highness works.
How about putts?
Oh, no.
So I'm going to switch gears a little bit here. My buddy, I got a bunch of texts last night around midnight or 11 o'clock from my buddy Brooks in San Francisco. And he went to see Dada at the Sweetwater in Mill Valley. Great club, co-owned by Bob Weir of obviously the Grateful Dead in Mill Valley. Did you like the club, Joey?
It's amazing. Definitely one of the better places to play in America right now for that size venue.
Did you eat any of the food there? Because they have a good.
I did, and I mean, it was just stupid chicken sandwich, but it kicked ass. I got to admit. I had dinner with my family, and initially, my sister and a couple of other family members wanted to go to some place like 15 or 20 minutes away, but it's like, okay, that's half our time right there, just the round trip. I don't, because we after sound check we do a VIP thing, and it was a sold out VIP last night. The club ended up being sold out at the end of the night, by the time we got on stage, and so there's just no time to really start driving around looking, going to a place. So we ended up just staying.
What a diva move. Your family? Your family?
No, the guy that thank you. The guy that I don't know if he still did. There's a guy named Gordon Drysdale who had Gordon's House of Fine Eats, and he's a chef. He did all the chef food for that menu for the club, and his big thing was fried chicken and chicken sandwiches was one of them. Of course, I bet you there were a lot of wine drinking, arugula eating Californian northern people there. Was it that kind of crowd? Honestly, Kamala Harris could have been there if she wasn't busy doing other things.
The crowd was a straight up Bay Area Dada, fan club, which includes half of the high school people that we went to school with and all that kind of crap. There's a lot of family. I mean, it was packed with it was a pretty heavy night, to tell you the honest truth. There was a lot of
and the sound of the club was good. Did you feel
sounds incredible? Sound is, I mean, even I could tell it was just well, put together, well set up. Yeah.
If you have Bob Weir, someone like Bob Weir being a part owner, they're gonna tune in the sound.
It was great, man. It was really cool. I mean, that part of town too is pretty. I mean, you were just there. It's pretty. You feel like it's almost. I don't know. it was so money, you know, and I don't mean that in the bad way, but it was like, wow, this place is not quite Leave It to Beaver, but it was like everything, every blade of grass was perfect. It's like
Mill Valley, if you don't know, those of you around the world, it's right across the Golden Gate Bridge. You come out to the right is Sausalito, go to the left is Mill Valley, just below in the shadow of Mount Tamalpais. When I was 23, I moved with my girlfriend up on Mount Tam. I lived there for a year, and it was, I mean, rents. The house we rented then was $220 a month. So we're going back a long time, renting a whole house. You know, of course,
Yeah.
now the houses are probably $2 million starting, if that, maybe more.
no,
But it's a beautiful area. I mean, it gets us a fog. It doesn't get really hot, so the fog comes in, but it's close enough to center. Literally, it's like 2 miles from the Golden Gate Bridge. You know?
well, we drove up from Morro Bay, and I mean that in itself was kind of a nice drive. But just driving, how you have to drive through San Francisco and across the Golden Gate Bridge. I mean, it was pretty badass, I got to admit. But yeah, the people that work at that club are, I mean, they know how to treat a band, you know, and not every place is like that. So yeah.
it's a nice little area. I think the closest places here might be like Mercer Island if it was a little cooler or hipper. You know, Mercer Island is
Mercer Island, not hip or cool, but
no, but it's a beautiful, that kind of vibe. A lot of white people live there. I'll put it that way.
yeah. Yeah. What about that place like where Bill Gates has got his, you know?
Well, that's a cross here. But
Right.
also, I don't know if you pass by, but when you get off the bridge, you pass right by Tamalpais High School. And there's a song on the first David Crosby album, the solo album that everyone likes, if I ever listen to my name, called Tamalpais High at 12 noon or something. And it was kind of written, not that he was hanging around kids, but all the high school kids at Tam High would go out and get stoned. You know, so it's kind of a double thing. Those guys, you know, the
Never knew that. Okay, that's cool.
Yeah, the Airplane, the Dead, and when David Crosby, they were hanging out in Marin County all the time, and right up very close to where you were on that. Did you go to that record store there, Village Music, or
No, because you kind of talked me out of it, to tell you the honest truth.
Yeah, it's not. It's a weird store.
Yeah, I mean,
But there's a place called.
I don't have much time anyway.
There's a place, Joe's Taco Lounge, which is great, but it's right next door to the 2 a.m. Club. And the 2 a.m. Club is the club where the photograph for Sports by Huey Lewis was photographed in there.
Right,
so
right.
it's a lot of musicians were hanging around there in the 70s and 80s. So
I mean, I was having a lot of like kind of, you know, emotional flashbacks just being around there, because that is where we used to hang out, you know, when I was a kid. But of course, we were always stoned or on acid. So
okay, I want to see now. How come I can't make? How come we can't? Can someone make Rob big? I can't make him big. Oh, here we go.
You can.
I want Rob. Okay, Rob, can you get mad and yell at someone? I want to make sure you're the real Rob.
There's no horrible person in the peanut gallery.
No
hey,
one's
do
here?
something stupid, please.
Nobody has a wrench over there that I can see.
Okay.
No, I'm still mad at Bob Weir for what he did in the 80s.
what did he do?
Which thing? He always wearing cargo shorts or what?
Well, that box set from Record Store Day, I'm not going to get over that anytime soon. It's
What's wrong
awful.
with it?
It's just the worst. Just
Really?
there's a digital panpipes in there, and I just
So what record is it? What album is it?
it's that fucking Nightfall of Diamonds.
Oh well,
You know the one from Record Store Day?
Didn't that just get reissued just recently?
I don't know. All the Dead, the proper Dead album. I don't get the Dead, the Dave's picks anymore, but I like the proper one.
Yeah, I quit buying them.
Well, I didn't get that one, Louis.
It's
Yeah,
awful.
I didn't get that one.
Do you want it?
No.
So-
Bob
fucking
Weir
so
wearing
bad.
shorts. I mean, he was wearing shorts and Izod shirts back in the.
I don't
80s.
care if it's not the shorts that bother me. It's the just like, I think it's because Jerry wasn't pulling his weight or something, or he was too high or something. But Bob was taking a lot of.
Has
Lib-
anybody
liberties.
here ever seen the Wall of Sound in
Yes,
person?
I saw the first one at the Cow Palace.
Wow, that must have been
Did
amazing.
you see that picture of that
and a
architectural?
stereo bass guitar.
You know, I don't remember. It was the most massive thing. It was the Cow Palace show. Was that 73, maybe? I think it was 73. It could be 72, 73. I saw that because I used to go to every time they played Winterland, I'd go to almost all the shows from 70 through, and 71 and 72 New Year's Eve, I'd see those Dead shows. So I was like a Deadhead. I saw them maybe 30 times, but then I kind of quit at the end of the 70s, except for seeing them once in 89. And I kind of got into punk and post-punk, and the Dead kind of bored me. And I hate to, if there's any big Deadheads I didn't like Brent Midland's voice. I just couldn't stand his vocals.
I didn't get into the Dead till after punk, which is funny because I did see a lot of Dead shows, but that was because they were ubiquitous. I mean,
And I didn't like Godshaw
not
either.
Dead show, you know. So
Well, God Show wasn't. Oh, you mean Donna or Keith?
Both. Keith wasn't bad, but
You know,
I didn't like
here's
Donna.
the thing about the Dead. I love the Grateful Dead, but I always thought
Yeah.
the Dead needed one more really good singer. Jerry's got a great voice. in a
Another
certain
drummer.
Right.
2 or 3
Bob-
other
no,
drummers. Yeah.
Bob
Yeah.
Weir's
3 more
voice.
drummers. Another
Bob
singer.
Weir's voice is interesting, but it's not a great voice. It's a unique voice. But
I don't even
all
think
the
it's
other-
that unique, man.
No, but
It's
they
not
needed a great singer. Like they should have hired a piano player who could really sing.
I kind of like Pigpen when he sang,
Yeah, but still, he was a.
but
a
he
type.
wasn't a great singer.
He was a-
no.
Who?
he's a grunter, you know.
Yeah.
Big-
Pigpen.
Yeah.
They needed a great singer, or
Yeah.
and they never had a great singer. That to me, that's why my favorite band of that period is the Airplane, because the
Oh.
Airplane had 2 great singers with Ballin and Grace, and Kantner was good and not great but good, and Yorma was good, not great. So they had 4 different singers that could
Marty
do great
Ballin
stuff.
had a great voice.
Yeah, and so did Grace.
I mean, it's hard to compare bands and stuff, but I'm with you. I think Airplanes. Honestly, I think it's just a way better band. But
But-
the Dead,
But they had like 3 years and then they burnt. They kind of
Yeah.
like 60. I mean, in terms of the live shows, 67, 8, and 9, they were fucking great. And then they went off and they got Papa John Screech in 71, and
yeah,
it became a different thing. It never kind of rebounded.
the Dead is like being out in a little warm rainstorm. I mean, it's not really about hitting you with these like fantastic songs, except for the era of American Beauty and stuff.
Oh my God, American Beauty is
That's-
one of my perfect albums, right?
I love that record. Love it.
1970, American Beauty and Working Man's Dead, both records the same year. They're the best
Yeah.
studio records they ever made. The
Yeah.
sound,
Yeah,
the
yeah,
sound, the songwriting. Now, I have a little trivia question for you, or in people in the audience. What is the significance of this record? Let me.
I got it.
It made the smart yellow tea popular. Yeah.
Okay, if anyone saw my Instagram where I reposted this video, this is Kamala Harris's favorite record. She bought jazz records. She bought this.
Yeah.
She bought this and Charlie Mingus and an Ella Fitzgerald and Louis Armstrong record.
Couldn't tell what Mingus record that was. What was that?
I don't know. It might have been the
One?
like a 60s comp, but I'm not quite sure.
I was
which-
wondering if it's that new one that just came out.
No, well, that video was shot a year ago, so I don't know, or whatever. But
I was impressed.
if she is a nomination, and we don't shy
not
away
yet.
from politics here, but if she is,
Question for the Deadheads.
okay,
I've been told many times that if you turn this upside down, it says something else. And
Ugly
I don't,
Rumors. Oh no, that's the other album.
Yeah,
I don't
that's
see
Mars
it.
Hotel or
That's
whatever.
Mars
but
Hotel.
supposedly this is something else.
It says Harry is an idiot.
Yeah.
Okay,
Well,
there's got to
you
be
kinda-
somebody out there.
You kind
Roger
of
might
hope
know.
you see that everywhere.
You gotta be quicker
Hey,
on those things.
I picked up a shitload of records today. Do you want to see them?
All right, yeah, that's
Now, I'm not trying to be funny by showing this, but I picked up this. Does anyone remember this Raggedy Ann and Andy movie from the 70s?
No.
No.
But does anyone know Joe Rasputo?
I know that name. Where do I
So
know
Joe
him from?
Rasputo wrote all the songs on Sesame Street,
Oh.
and he wrote like la 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 la, sing a song. I think he wrote, But this song on here,
That
Blue.
was Paul Williams.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Well, are you sure? Well, this song Blue on here is an amazing song. The Raggedy Horse, this character sings it in the movie. Go look up that video. He died young, I think, maybe in his late 40s. But this is a good soundtrack. So
I like to listen to that when I'm using my VR goggles.
what do you do with your hands while you listen?
Hey, Rob, does ever a day go by where you don't pick up records?
Yeah. No, but there's
It's
a
not
lot.
a criticism. I love it. I love it.
Okay, so
That's cool.
that collection that this local record store Sibylline got in, this is a 1973, but it's a Van Gelder. And this is kick-ass. If you don't know Ike Kubek, he's very breathy, kind of romantic-ish kind of sax player. This is a Blue Bee. They opened all these copies sealed. So they have hole punches, but this is kick-ass.
I like every other Ike Quebec record.
Except that one.
I don't know how many he put out as a leader, maybe 5.
Now, are the leap year ones better?
What?
I've done my research on that.
This is really good. Okay, so, and I love Me Mal Waldron. This other record store, one of the owners is married to a Japanese lady, and he goes back, I think, a couple times a year, and he brings back records. And this is a very hard to get solo record of Mal Waldron. But add to the collection. It was really nice.
I love Mal Waldron.
This is Jack Bayard, Japanese. The OG US of this is a lot of money. And it's a nice trio with Ron Carter and Roy Haynes. I haven't listened to this yet. I missed this. This reissue came out 2 years ago. I think it might have been one of the first Jazz Dispensary titles. And it's done by Chad on a really nice
promo. That's a promo.
I don't know if it's a promo. They just blacked out.
It's a promo to someone because someone crossed out the barcode.
Yeah.
That means,
but this, I haven't listened to that yet.
Yeah, it's a modern promo, I should say.
So when I went to the Sibylline, they had posted an album by this guy Alvin Queen. He's a jazz drummer, but someone had bought it, and the owner goes, "Well, I have a bunch of Alvin Queen records, and they're not like on Discogs. These are not worth anything because I just think these were private pressed records, and no one had an opportunity to buy them. So he priced them like $10 each. I bought all of them, so I'm anxious to listen to them." These are the kind of jazz records I like picking up. These kind of private press. No one really knows a lot about them. So I'm interested in listening to these. And then
What year would those have been?
80s. These are from the 80s.
Okay.
And then this is a really good record. It's an upgrade to mine. This is on VJ, Wynton Kelly.
Are you trying to make this into a Jazz Bums episode?
Oh, no. Wait, there's a lot of jazz, but I did pick up some non-jazz.
Yeah.
So this is
I mean,
very
not
good.
that I'm embarrassed. I like jazz, but I'm just, I don't want to encroach on other people's. Oh, okay. Now we have a Beatle connection because it's on VJ. So,
Well, Lee Morgan did a Beatle. I picked up a record where he did a Beatles song.
now, can we talk about that hat? Can you bring that picture up again? Let's talk about that hat. It's a little fedora-ish. It's a
That's a Frank Sinatra hat.
Yeah, but it's got that what is that material pattern called? I'm blanking out.
Herringbone.
Herringbone. Kind of a herringbone, yeah.
All right. I got this record from Mazzy last year from the Dizzy collection, so I found another one. Tell me what actor that is. You get it. You win a.
That's the dude from Chips.
This is a soundtrack.
That's Che Guevara's son.
Come on, very popular African American actor, but that doesn't look like him.
Is that Cindy Crawford? It looks like Cindy Crawford because it has that mole on her lip.
How many men have you just said? That's Billy D. Williams.
Oh,
Well, it's an illustration. Okay.
Yeah. And
Okay.
you can never get enough Sonny Stitt records. All his Muse records are kick ass. This is him with Roy Haynes, Duke Jordan, Joe Newman, Sam Jones. Good.
Cool.
And then Mazzy, these horrible, horrible, horrible. When they issued these albums for the first
Yeah.
time. This is a hard to find Hank Mobley. Take Me Home. I think
Well,
this
Michael
might
Cascuna used to tell the story when he went through the tape vaults and found all these unreleased and these other tapes at Blue Note when he was at Blue Note. It was a compromise with the marketing company at the label to put a series of covers out because jazz wasn't really big, and he wanted to do these things. And they said, "We got to do a series, all these covers like ECM's
But, I
doing."
mean, these make no sense.
They're
They
horrible.
literally
They're
make
horrible.
no sense.
I mean,
But,
think about though, ECM and CTI did kind of great photography, but they did a shitty design on that there. I think that's what they're trying to do.
This came out as a Town Poet, I think, last year.
Everything was trying to be computerized looking, and
Yeah, it looks like
this
shit.
This is like late 70s, early 80s.
This 1980. 1980. Okay, I found this is the last one. I found a 1983 pressing. I don't know how good it is. So I reached out to
Is
Patrick.
that record any good? Is it?
No, it's a horrible
What's the
record.
music
But,
like?
you put
Sorry,
on.
that's-
I heard if you put on.
some of that
This has everything. in
reissue on the Black Capitol, some of those sounded pretty good in the Beatle line.
it.
Hey Rob, I
Yeah.
don't have a copy of that. If you're
Well, some of the
getting
Beatle line were Harry Moss. Oh, did someone leave? No.
no,
Okay.
No.
they say the mine's the first thing to go, Mazzy.
Yes.
Totally.
Wait, is it?
Mazzy, just drop out, will you?
This
please?
has two. This comes with two.
Every time I do these, I don't do them very often. I said, "Fuck it, I'm never going to do a stream again. I'm really horrible at it."
No, this is great. But
Well,
Rob, seriously, if you're getting rid of that, can I have
Well, I
some
was
dibs?
gonna put it
I don't
in-
have a copy.
because I picked up an OG US.
I don't really care that much, I guess, if I have a cool copy of that or not.
I'm still waiting to get something from you from a record I gave you.
What are you waiting for?
I don't know. All you apparently have is Diet Coke.
Do I owe you something? I thought we were square.
From what?
Do I still owe you a Wildflowers? I guess is my question.
No, I have all of them now. You're
Yeah,
slow.
but you gave me
Grateful
Shakedown
Dead.
Street.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what do you fucking want?
Like a beautiful copy in the shrink.
Yeah.
So,
it's too bad that record
With a
sucks.
high-
continuing with
Right,
the other
okay.
big news story of the day, the Democrats pulled in $40 million just today. Can you believe that?
I got 20 of that.
Yeah, but
I
but
put something in.
reportedly, Elon Musk is donating $45 million a month
Yeah, he
to
is.
the
He is.
RNC. So
He is. Yeah, we're allowed to talk politics
that's,
here.
that's why Citizens United was the worst thing that ever happened to
Right.
politics.
Yeah. There was
I'm
there's
sorry,
a
I'm
we're
hypocrite.
talking compromise. There was a Republican and Democrat bill to put big money, corporate money, out of elections, and it passed. And then the Supreme Court said it wasn't, voted it down. This whole thing about compromise. And whenever I bring up compromise, these wankers get on my ass because we're going to go after Harris now because of she was the immigration czar. She didn't do anything. But there was a bill designed by Republicans and Democrats to solve not everything, but a lot of these issues. And Trump said to the House guy, don't even bring it up for a vote. And they didn't. It would have passed because it had bipartisan support, but they would have said it would have been a win for Biden, and Trump didn't want it. So
I've got a hotter take than any of that shit. You want to hear this?
Yeah.
This record sucks.
What is it?
wait, the music or the pressing?
The pressing's fine. I never got that far back into Black Sabbath, and this record, I understand its cultural relevance. I get it. But this record sucks.
Louis,
Yeah,
you know why I like that record? There's only one. There's one reason why I like that record. When he does a, oh no, it's worth the whole record for that.
Like the fucking the fucking harmonica on the Wizard makes me want to kill myself.
Come on. That's what makes it great.
Look, I get it. Like I have it. I mean, for its place in my collection, and I understand where it sits and why it's
Life's
important.
too
But
short for that kind of negativity.
it's not
the worst
particularly
thing on this-
recorded well either.
The worst
Like-
thing on the second album when he says is "I am Iron
Come on,
Man."
the rain, the fall. Come on, it sounds awesome.
I like that though.
The rain's a highlight. Like the fucking bells sound clear, but like I don't know, man. So what I wanted to ask is, like, that wasn't just a derailing of your political shit. It's
That's
also like literally how
I
I
have no
feel.
problem with that.
But I wonder, like, Black Sabbath fans are just fans of that genre and of all the things that it spawned. Am I crazy? Like, is that just
you're crazy.
Well, they're under the illusion that's the first heavy metal album.
I've been buying all the Black Sabbath, the Ozzy Black Sabbath. I think you're weird.
The first 4 are must-have.
Say that. Just gonna say that. First 4 are the good ones.
Oh man. I just listened to it and I was like, maybe I'm in a bad mood, or whatever. But like,
Why are you in a bad mood? Why
aren't you always in a bad mood?
No, maybe I was hungry or something. I don't know.
He's not always in a bad mood. I've seen him in a good mood.
Now, you guys, can we talk about this? You guys did a recording.
No.
A song
Now I'm
together.
getting fucking flamed here. Hold on a second.
Now, you guys recorded a song together. Is that true?
Yes.
Can we talk about that or not?
Sure.
Go ahead,
Well,
Louis. Talk.
So,
I wrote a song and Joey helped me with it, and our friend Rob Dacre helped us rearrange it partially, and Joey did a lot of singing on it. Dude, we worked Joey's ass off. It was great, and we haven't heard the mixes yet, but that should be this coming week.
and can you share the name of the song?
The song's called Rule Number 9.
So it's a Beatle connection.
Yep.
Always comes around.
Is it Beatley?
I'll leave that up to you when you hear it. It's
Do
definitely.
you say any lyrics? Yeah on it or anything? Or?
Well, it's in tune, so in that way, it's not very Beatley.
What?
Whoa!
That, Louis?
Oh, come on!
Where's this anger
You
coming
didn't use
from?
auto tune, did you?
You don't like Black Sabbath. You don't like the Beatles.
I like the Beatles just fine.
Joey, was you hanging out with Louis? Was that part of the Make-A-Wish Foundation?
No, it's professional fucking music business.
It was great. It was fantastic. It was a great time.
So
It was honestly the best studio. It was short, but like we only had a day.
Joey, did you play bass or guitar on it too?
No. Rob did though, right?
Rob?
Rob Dacre, not Rob the
not Rob.
Waxed.
Yeah. Rob the Wax is invited
For
to
my incredibly avant-garde record. next to Rob.
Actually, Louis promised I could do this.
Country pressing.
Yeah, we'll just get a sample of Rob clapping once and then cut it up and make it in time.
Perfect. That was a great session, man. Yeah, Rob Dacre is kind of a badass dude, so he helped a lot, and it was good. It was a good energy in the room.
Yeah, I'm gonna do everything I can to work with both of you guys more.
So
Right.
what period of time will this be out by Christmas?
So as soon as I get the mix and Joey's happy with it and everybody's happy with it, I'm going to master it, make sure that's good. Then I'm sending all the songs off to Gold Rush in Austin, and then they'll do probably 2 to 3 weeks of doing the metal parts and then sending us test pressings because it takes some time, whatever. And then once the test pressings are good, hopefully they're good on the first pass, right? Then it'll be 10 to 12 weeks. So I don't know.
Are you working with Jen at Gold Rush?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. She's the anybody know, if I've talked about Women in Vinyl, that
Yeah,
organization, and she is like I don't want to say president, but she runs that. They have a great podcast, great book. My friend, the archivist, is on the board. So Women in Vinyl, and she works at Gold Rush.
Yeah.
Hey, Louis, we hear that Kevin Gray mastered like a million titles. Typically, what do you think somebody like him gets to master a record?
He has a price list on his website.
I don't
Yep.
know. That's true, but it also has to do with the deal, probably.
Yeah, they could do better deals.
what?
My services, like to give you a comparison, are $0.
What do you think? They're about
shit
what,
for free?
$1,500 an album to 2,000?
Oh, I don't know. I'd say it's probably around that much a song.
No,
That's all.
he does. Now, the Tone Poet stuff they do 3 albums over 2 days. So it used to be a half a day per album. Now they stretch it out. Him and Joe Harley work together a lot, so they know what they each want. And those are from the tapes. He also does digital stuff too. The thing is, when they do the Tone Poets, they do 3 titles over 2 days. And Joe goes to his place, drives to his place, and hangs out there. I don't know about other records. Some quick, they can do a couple albums a day.
It's different though, because Kevin's at a place in his career where he can be as specialized as he is, and like he knows he has such a good idea of what he's getting himself into in the first place before he even walks into the room. You know what I mean? It's not like a mastering engineer is getting sent a project he's never heard before.
That's true.
I was just wondering where you were.
So
There's
do you know
time.
any different about mastering engineers?
Are you asking me?
I am you because you're big now. So I'm,
All right. Yeah,
and I just want to see the side of Christina's hair.
it's right here. Christina, go ahead. You can just scooch in. God, hey,
You can't.
buckets.
Hi, Christina. I don't mean to embarrass
David.
you.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, she goes, I don't really want to be on any live stream. That was the first thing she said. But sorry, you're on.
Did you warn her about
Were
what
you
she's
swimming?
getting
Were you,
into?
were you swimming in the lake today? Were you on the lake today?
I did not get in the lake today. No,
Okay.
but a lot of gardening.
Okay. Great.
That's real exciting. Anyways, I mean, all I know about mastering is just through my experiences, and most of it has been digital. But it makes a huge difference. I mean, it's kind of like the last thing you can do to make it sound like a record. Yeah. Before I knew what mastering was, when I was playing with Doug Feiger when I was a young kid, post NAC, My Sharona era. He was talking about, we're going to have this mastered by whoever it was. And I don't know it's what makes a record sound like a record. So, okay, I get it. But now he's kind of right. It's the thing that puts the magic kind of sauce into it. It's a fairy dust kind of thing, as opposed to mixing, which it's like, it's really like, it's, that's surgery, you're cutting and you're killing things and you're doing, you can do a lot in a mix. In a master, it's, more of it's a magic kind of, it's a black art kind of deal.
Can I weigh in on that? So I love those comments, and they're so insightful, but I do want to say,
Stop fighting me on the fucking thing. God damn it, Mazzy. Sorry, Dr. Robert. Mazzy's
Hey, wait a
fighting
second.
me.
I let Louis be a moderator. We're both trying to make you
Damn it.
big, and we click it.
You fucker.
well,
Okay. I'm not going to touch the dials, Louis.
I mean, the only correction I wanted to make there is surgery is not about killing things.
I did,
Oh, I see what he did there.
well, okay, never mind.
But
Yeah,
but
right. Right.
that's not. I don't want to take anything away from your comments.
I will say though that
enjoyed it.
nine times out of 10, if the master fucked up your record, it probably wasn't mixed right.
It's pretty hard to fuck up the mastering. It's usually about, if it's a heavy bass record, you know what I mean? There's like, you want to get a guy who can make it so that doesn't get too clubby or whatever you want to say. You want to keep things a little tighter on things like that, or something's got extreme, it's the extremes. If something has a lot of high end, you don't want to get somebody who's going to like make that like ice picks in your ear kind of vibe. So kind of what you can deal with in a mastering. You can tone things down or build things up a little bit,
And then mastering for vinyl is totally different.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
Like you have to have mono bass for the most part. Otherwise it will not work right. You have to roll off tons of high end. Otherwise it'll be super sibilant.
Louis,
Right.
I think the most infamous story of this past year, and I've talked to both Rob and Joey and a few people about this, is Rob especially, but was so excited about what was going to be these jellyfish reissues that Universal did. and since what, a dozen years ago when Omnivore did it, and the originals were expensive, and there was a thread on the Hoffman forums. It turned out, I don't know the guy's name. This one guy did the digital remix for streaming and CDs, and they said, and a lot of people really love those remix. And he put a warning out to Universal saying, okay, you're doing the vinyl. There's something wrong there's an issue with I don't know all the details. He actually wrote it. The digital guy wrote it on the forums, and they suggested that Universal does not do them all analog, which is really rare. We all want these all analog cuts whenever possible. He warned them because there's something wrong. You need to do it. And the first, like, Universal ignored him, had a guy in-house, I believe, cut the vinyl records, and they totally sounded like shit. I'm not very picky usually. I'm not one of those guys, oh, the loudness wars and this. I bought those. I finally got rid of them because they were so bad.
What a question. What because I haven't heard it. What's bad about it? I'm very curious.
Well, they were muffled. There was no dynamics, and there was just no sparkle. Like when I listen to, I only have your CD of I have the first 3 or 4 CDs of yours. And Dizzyland, it's just for a CD, and I'm not against CDs. I like CDs, a lot of CDs. There's so much dynamics in it. There's so much
Mazzy, do you have the Newland Jellyfish 7?
I have one of the Omnivores. Yes.
No. You have that Jellyfish box.
Oh, yes.
Newland did.
Yeah.
Did you compare? Because that sounds so much better.
Yes, it does. I don't know. They're muffled. There's no dynamics. The voices are.
No, but they actually sold out and they repressed them.
Yeah, but it's a dead sounding record. It's so quiet.
Wax, did you two that you just the two? That's Mazzy. Did you compare those two versions of it?
So I have my buddy Brad at Omnivore reissued them 10 years ago.
Yeah.
10 years ago. And he gave me all the CDs. So I have all the CDs, but I do have one of the Spilled Milk, which I consider a masterpiece.
Right.
And that version sounds better than these reissues.
This is
that box.
This is Newland Records out of the UK did this vinyl box, and it sounds excellent, actually.
Right. So
this was only 2 years ago.
Right. So that has selections of songs from both records. Plus
it has 3D glasses.
There was a single they did.
Rob, your video's all blurry.
What?
Yeah, your internet sucks again.
Blurry.
Well,
if it sounded great on CD and then when the repress came out, it sounded like shit, then that's definitely not only the mastering engineer's fault, but the mastering for vinyl's fault. Because then the originals are fine.
I don't know what they did on these. These sound better.
What I'm wondering. I wonder if somebody mishandled the tapes, or they got stored in a way that, like, kind of, you can mess tape up. I mean, it's
better.
Well, the guy that did the digital version actually said he since took his, I think he's a freelancer, and he took his post down from the Hoffman forums. I think, you're a freelancer, you don't want to diss the guy that feeds you, right? And he was saying, look, I gave them instructions that I suggested. I don't know what he said, but for the vinyl, you can't use this. There are these issues. And he said he was totally ignored. When he heard him, he couldn't believe it, because he made the CD and the streaming sounded really good. So, I know they're nothing like you, but they're a vocal band. They're a harmony band. The thing is, it's kind of like what I love about this band or your vocals. Like one of my favorite bands I just did a video on is 10cc. I love that schmaltzy what's amazing about that band is there's all 4 of them were fucking great multi-instruments and great vocalists. Everyone
is that an industry term, Mazzy? Schmaltzy?
Schmaltzy is a Yiddish industry term.
Can you explain to us gentians what that means?
I can explain to you. Shut up, Louie.
Schmaltzy music is like
crooners.
Yeah, crooners would be like it, but they're rock and roll crooners. Their stuff is like shtick. You got a sense of humor.
It's cheesy. Schmaltzy is cheesy, basically.
Yeah, but cheesy sounds negative. Schmaltzy doesn't have to be negative. Like
no, schmaltzy is, when it comes to music, it's negative.
Yeah. What would Winchester Cathedral be?
Okay.
That's I love that song.
Hey,
Would that be Schmaltzy?
No,
Louis,
What?
that Norman Maslow wrote "Fair" is not me. I don't know. Who that
I am
is.
aware of that.
Hey, I can. I'll hum you a little Schmaltzy song. Feeling.
Schmaltzy.
Nothing more than feeling.
Don't worry,
Yes,
Matthew.
there you
It's me. I just put it in. Do you want me to explain this to you? So you can
Okay. I just wanted to make sure because I didn't write that. So
somebody took over your whole personality. And now you're
Okay.
If I can, schmaltzy means cheesy, but to an inside crowd. That's my take.
inside.
I think Schmaltzy has a negative.
It's negative.
Yeah.
But I like
It's
schmaltz.
negative.
Cheesy is okay.
Schmaltz is kind of.
Hey,
I
Susan.
like schmaltz. You know,
Yeah.
you could say
Well,
like Neil Sedaka is schmaltzy.
Well,
It's
you know,
got-
technically, what schmaltz is, it's
Oh,
chicken fat. It's
Chicken
chicken fat
fat.
you add to
Yeah.
things.
There you
So
go.
it adds.
Well,
It's
yeah,
a
well,
nice
schmaltz to it.
addition.
chicken
That's-
fat is delicious.
Well, it's
Well,
Jewish chicken
it
fat,
can
man.
be.
It's not
No, it's
like
schmaltz.
regular chicken.
my
Schmaltz is
wife is
delicious.
skeptical about chicken fat, but
Can we get
No,
back
it's
talking
delicious.
about Kamala? Okay.
No,
Well,
we did so
I-
good.
I think we should go back to Winchester Cathedral. We were just there.
That's
We were,
schmaltzy.
we
Winchester
were in
Cathedral.
we were in Winchester Cathedral in Winchester, England.
And that's a
That's where the-
schmaltzy song.
Well, the song is schmaltzy, but the cathedral has
I've been
all
in
kinds of
Winchester. I've been in Winchester
history.
Cathedral too. Yeah.
Yeah.
I love
Well,
the Crosby, Stills, and Nash Cathedral song, though.
Yes. Yes. Okay, a month from today. This right now, I'm going to be in London, so I'm really looking excited. I'm changing the subject again.
I was gonna say one more thing about jellyfish, if you don't.
Itchy. Michael P. Dawson. Michael P. Dawson never attends streams. It's great to see Michael.
But you know, one thing about European cathedrals, because they were, you know, so many German cities in particular were destroyed by air attacks during World War II, and the Air Force always left the cathedrals untouched. And you would think maybe that's because they're a religious icon, but the reason that they did that was because the cathedrals were all oriented precisely north to south, and within I think it's a reference to Mecca, maybe, I don't know how that is, but they were all built on the north-south axes, and so the airmen used them for orientation. So it wasn't anything about failing to attack
Wait, how
the
did we get onto this
religious-
subject? He just
Well,
talked about the stupid
you know,
song.
my job. I see my job.
Rob, it's better than him talking about how he vomited all night.
No.
I see my job is always to just bring interesting stories forward, Rob, and
No
Okay,
vomiting.
hold
story.
on, Doc. Does anyone know a song about wire hangers? Then Doc can tell us a story.
I don't have a wire hanger story.
Oh, man.
Maybe
I
David
put- now-
Carradine.
I put
Okay,
the-
Joey, you were mentioning jellyfish.
I
Yeah,
was gonna say Donna was. We had a planned gig opening for jellyfish. I can't remember exactly. It might have been Texas or something like that, but it was outdoors, and it got rained out. And two things I remember: they had a light bright. You know, if anybody's old enough to know what light bright is, they had a light bright on their guitar, like sitting up on a guitar amp that I think it probably just said jellyfish or something. The other thing I remember is that their tour manager hated us and let us know. So those are the two things I took away, even though we didn't play a show with them.
Well, my jellyfish story is I remember seeing them once, and it really is just two guys.
Yeah.
But the original incarnation, their guitar player Jason Faulkner, who's awesome. If they keep plays with Beck now,
Wasn't it Beatnik Beach the name of the album?
no, but he wasn't. Two of them were in Beaten Up Beach, the two main ones. But Jason Faulkner and Roger Manning are playing with Beck right now on his tour.
Right.
But Roger Manning's brother played bass, and he was obsessed with his hat. And the gig I saw him at, someone stole the hat, and he wouldn't just stop. Someone stole my fucking hat. He just went on and on stage.
I did
a band that I absolutely love that nobody ever talks about. It's really
I don't
the
know.
only
The
album.
only
I've never heard of that. I've never heard of that band in my entire life.
I don't know him. I don't know.
Actually,
You've never heard New Radicals?
So hold
Are
on.
you
Oh,
serious?
New Radicals. Oh yeah.
You
They have
know,
that song.
them. You got to give what you get.
They look
man.
like one of those liberal commie bands.
No,
Yeah.
but
It's like
they only
Such a
that
good
guy
album.
was so
I-
that guy was so anti-establishment. He didn't want to do the things it took to be a popular band, so he just canned everything.
Okay, I'm going.
But he's a big movie songwriter. Like he's been nominated for an Oscar and stuff like that.
I think that song is good, but there are some parts of the lyrics that are a little like, okay, you know, the whole thing when he starts cutting down Courtney Love,
Marilyn.
that we're gonna
Yeah.
Yeah.
really, all right, that whatever. That's it.
Well, the thing is, Joey, since Joey and Louis, since you were the two musicians here, no offense, Harry. Sorry.
I'm by far not a
Harry
musician.
plays guitar.
You know, we as fans can cut people down, but when musicians like dumping on other musicians, it's not a good look.
Musicians don't do that. Like,
I
good
totally
enough.
agree. The one time I did it, I got fucked. So I don't do it anymore.
Well, I did say some disparaging shit about Bob Weir earlier, so
What?
Well, once I saw him playing with the Dead wearing shorts and Izod shirts, I couldn't handle the Dead anymore.
Yeah.
Hey, I tell you what, Dada used to get free stuff from Billabong, and it was the first company that ever gave me anything free. So I started going nuts for wearing all their stuff, and they make a lot of shorts. And now I have my, one of the greatest things I ever did in my life was sing the national anthem at Candlestick Park
Wow.
for a Giants Dodger game. But when I see the pictures, I'm wearing these fucking stupid shorts.
What's great about Candlestick Park? I mean, Huey Lewis, the Grateful Dead, Dan Hicks, Dick Bright, all these great people sang at Candlestick Park for the Giants. And at the AT&T.
I saw the Monkeys at Candlestick Park after a game.
Did you?
Oh, that's
Did you?
cool.
Wow.
Joey, you got to
Look
post
what I
that
got.
picture of you singing the national anthem on Instagram.
It's been there. I'll do it again. What?
Sucker
Look
for
at
a
him.
cat.
He's so small.
What kind of cat is that?
This is a Siberian tiger.
Siberian tiger.
Yeah, they're real small in the beginning.
We have a. That is not. We have a.
No, he's
I was with you for a second. You had me.
Fergal's a barn cat that we rescued. He's
Those
like
of you,
3
those
months
of you have just got here. This is a tribute to Jerry Miller of Moby Grape, of the band Moby Grape, who died overnight. Lives in Tacoma, Washington. This great debut album of Moby Grape, produced by David Rubinson out of San Francisco. He died overnight. Harry and him were lovers back in the 2000s. They would jam on.
Can I tell a quick story that Jerry
Yes,
told?
we're gonna have Harry tell a Jerry.
Okay,
Miller
so I did this hour-long interview with him from my music room a couple of years ago, and when we were all done, I said somebody in the peanut gallery wanted to know who you slept with, how many women you slept with, and then Jerry says, "I don't kiss and tell." He says, "But I did sleep with Jacqueline Bisset."
Oh, and I bet what's great about that? I don't know if this is the case, but I bet you that was when she was in San Francisco filming Bullet.
Jacqueline
think?
Bisset, is she in Bullet?
No
She's
idea.
in Bullet with Steve McQueen.
Well, I
She's
know
the-
Steve McQueen. Well,
He's Steve McQueen's girlfriend in Bullet.
well, if you sleep with Jacqueline Bisset, I think you got to talk about that.
You gotta tell somebody, right?
Yeah,
I had
yeah.
a huge crush on Jacqueline Bisset. I mean, yeah, totally.
I'm, not me. So, can I show a couple?
I got it. Yeah. Okay.
So this is these. I found these in Edmonton, Canada, about 4 months ago. I was up there. One of our fellows, one of my last fellows, is a faculty up there, and Kevin Ayers. Why I need to go to Canada to find Kevin Ayers records, I have no idea. This is a UK press. of one
Kevin
of-
Ayers is Kamala Harris's favorite album artist. Oh no, that's a different Ayers.
I thought it was Mingus. Yeah, I don't know, but
No.
at any rate, found these in an Edmonton record shop, and I've collected his stuff. I don't know, last several years. I mean, but he was, very innovative. I think he was a little lazy. I think he never quite caught on. I mean, the reports what I've been able to glean is just that he'd make a record and then he'd go on holiday for 6 months. He wasn't big into touring, and he just wasn't kind of consistently present. So his name, he's put out a lot of records, but he's not as well known as a lot of performers from that era that maybe, and he maybe deserves more notoriety. I don't know.
I don't know much about him.
Dr. Roberts, I'm on tour right now, and it's a bitch. Let me tell you. Right?
I can totally. No, I don't want to cut you off, but
It's okay.
I can totally sympathize. I mean, I can imagine what it must be like, and it's got to be exhausting. And I was reading about Hendrix's life, and I mean, I think a large part of why he passed away was not that he was a drug addict so much as, he gets into this pattern of uppers and downers. You got to get up for the show, you got to get down and get some sleep in between, and it's a little bit of that. In that era, it would have been, the performers weren't protected like I hope you are now, and I think probably is more normalized now. I don't know.
No, I'm definitely not protected. But
You look like you're having a pretty
Christina
rough
does a
time
good
right
job
now.
to help support you. Not support you, but you know what I'm talking about. A good partner in everything.
oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, I can't do this without Christina. There's no doubt
Yeah.
about it.
That
That's
helps.
You're an explosive character. You can be. I mean that in a good way. No, you've got a big person. Believe me, I know. It takes one to know one, so I know that. Okay, now I'm going to. Did I say something wrong there? No. But I love that about you because you're charismatic and you got this great, and you're very generous in so many ways. But you're very exuberant about things and excited about jazz and wine and music and all this stuff. And let's go. You'd be in this. Remember in Spanking Our Gang? Let's put on a show. You're that guy that makes it happen, and I love that. So I'm honored to have all you guys here, and Christina. We've become friends in the last couple of years. It's been great.
Yeah, it is true. It is true, though. I am technically on tour right now. But
You're in between. When's your next show?
St. Louis on Thursday. And by the way, Concert Buddy it's sold out. And I got in touch with him, and putting him on the list. Plus whatever his party, his family, all his friends.
Nice.
So the next 3 shows are St. Louis, sold out. Nashville is going to be a stiff, and then it basically
Is it become there are too many musicians in Nashville? Is that the problem?
No, Nashville fucking hates everybody. Let's start with that.
Really?
Nashville hates them. They hate. It's a war in Nashville between all the musicians, and if you aren't part of the Nashville Mafia and you come in, you're fucking dead. Just forget about it. Don't try to make friends. Don't try to be part of the clique or don't that shit. They fucking hate you. But but people love Nashville. And
maybe for your, I know you do a cover song. There's a Lovin' Spoonful song called Nashville Cats. You should cover that night.
Oh, hold on. Can we go back to another part we were talking? Where musicians don't bash other musicians. You're okay with bashing the fans. Fuck them.
I was just bashing the whole town, though. No one specific.
You're bashing Tennessee. You're just bashing the whole Tennessee.
It's a mafia, man.
Is it because they're not a blue or purple state, they're a red state?
That's been my experience.
Hey Mazzy, do you have the StreamYard level where you can get 10 people on, or is it just 6?
Yeah, more people can come on.
Okay, just checking.
I know I pay, and I don't even do these things, and I pay enough for 10 people. I'm going to put the link out. If anyone, like I donated today to the Democratic Party, So if anyone else donates to the Democratic Party, you can come up. The link is in there right now.
Hey, can you keep your hands off the friggin' laptop and let me do the big and small thing?
Can I
They're
get this
both
on my
trying to
laptop? I'm
Make
still on
it
my
big and
iPhone.
and it's going
I
big.
sent you the link. You can use your laptop. Of course you can.
It's not in my email. You emailed it to me?
No,
He
it's
doesn't-
just a photo.
This
Bob.
is Mazzy's
Bob,
first day on planet
click
Earth.
on
He
the
doesn't know what
photo.
he's doing.
You
Look,
can. Okay, wait, Doc.
I'll
Copy the link I sent you.
It's-
Email it to yourself.
Got
and
It's
it.
in
open
the
on your.
Dr. Robert, it's in the chat. Just click it. Just open
Yeah,
your laptop and click it.
I
Yeah.
hate to admit this, but I don't even have the chat on. I can't get the chat on.
Yeah, you're
Go on your
technically challenged.
Let me not let my technical incompetence intrude here. I did want to say
Can you
that
tell us the last time you vomited?
You're a spine surgeon. Figure it out.
well, I'll work on it, but I want to get back to Joey's comment about Nashville, and you know, I didn't sense that Joey was criticizing the fans. He was talking
No.
about kind of the music underworld there. Yeah,
Well,
No,
maybe
I'm
the
talking about
bookers, the venues.
that's what I
about-
heard. That's what I heard.
Yeah.
Is someone actively stopping his tickets from being sold? People
What?
buy them to watch.
What? Say that again?
But you got to get a venue to back you to begin with, right?
Well, I mean, who's
Promotion
in
and
charge of
promoters.
marketing your tickets there?
No,
It's
no,
a-
no. I'm telling you, I've been through Nashville since 1992 quite a few times. It's just not a other musician, you know, who's traveling through friendly place, especially if you're not playing, you know, country music. I guess I
The
would say.
kicker music.
Right.
But you know, we play it anyways. We go there because we have some fans there. But it's not a warm and fuzzy town. I mean, like, for God's sake, last night, you know, I could have anybody there last night would be here right now if I said, "Hey, you want to fly to
Why
Seattle?"
would you say that? Because you think they're all like liberals, Joey?
Stop.
Mill
No.
Valley liberals?
What do you
fucking
second guess?
scream.
They're Dada fans. They're Dada fans.
No, he's just trying to do the thing.
It has nothing to do with politics.
Come
man.
on, Louie. You're the
It's
one.
his show. He can do whatever the fuck he wants. It's fine.
Mill Valley,
right.
California, as blue as you can get.
Joey, what's been the worst reception you've had this tour so far?
This tour, we've
Yeah.
actually there hasn't been a bad reception this tour. This has been, I think, because it's post-COVID. Dada hasn't played really since 2017, so it's pent up. People have been showing up and losing their mind. It's been great, honestly. This has been a great tour. But if you ask me, like, in historically speaking, I mean, you know, look, you can have a bad show anywhere. The Nashville thing, that's just a whatever. That's a musician's thing.
So let me ask this question, and this happens in different cities. And I don't think you're the type of band, because Brooks, my friend Brooks, saw him. He lives in San Francisco. I saw him last night in Mill Valley, and he texted me some pictures. And I like this morning, when I woke up and I saw the pictures, and he said it sounded great and it was pretty full, and the crowd were really into him. And I said, did Huey Lewis show up? Because I was joking, because Huey Lewis, you know, did the album cover like a mile away from there. And he goes, no special guest. Do you ever have people come on and jam with you, or is that not a thing for your band? You know what I mean?
No, we've had that a bunch of times. When excuse me, when we were on tour with Sting, his guitar player, who, of course, as soon as I start talking about him, I forget his name. He's the guy he tours with the World Party and God, what is that guy's name? No, he's from South America. Great guy. Killer guitar player. He was on the 10 Summoner's Tale tour. When we would tour with him, like in a town like Chicago, Dada is regionally big because of radio stations in the 90s. So Chicago, we were big because we had a radio station there. Philly, Boston, New York, Denver, all those places had alternative rock radio stations that kind of like played what was happening on MTV, and we were on MTV back then. And so we would have our own following there. So we would open for Sting, like, say, Chicago. And then we would go and play the Park West in Chicago. We'd sell it out, and his guitar player would come in and jam with us. One time at Slim's in San Francisco, they say the mind is go.
That was a great club.
Rock and Roll Hoochie Coo. We were just talking about him, Matt.
Rick Derringer.
Rick Derringer came on stage and jammed with us on a Rolling Stones song. It was awesome for me because I love Rick Derringer, but it was actually I was worried for the guy because he was. I was just going to say he was very. He imbibed heavily, and I was worried he's going to fall off the stage. He was
teenage love affair. Love affair.
Right. I like rock. I like to say Rock and Roll Hoochie Coo because
he was in Edgar Winter's band for years.
Yeah, that album with the green cover was great.
Oh yeah, Mike Mills came and sang Disneyland with us at the Whiskey A Go Go. He came up and he wanted to sing the I Just Flipped Off President George and all that stuff. So it was great. That's cool. Right. Those are the biggest people that I can remember off the top of my head.
So Joey, you were mentioning Nashville. I put a link in the chat there. There's a guy by the name of Robbie Folks. Yeah. And Robbie has a song called Fuck This Town. And it's all about Nashville. You got to check it out.
Right on. Christina said she knows.
Hey, Mazzy.
I just saw that. You deleted it, right?
Mazzy, can we have a talk about some basic etiquette on why we don't give the link out just to anybody?
Well, I saw who tried to come up. But
why don't you take a look at the private chat?
Hey, before I lose my train of thought, because I am old and I forget shit. Shuri Curry has played with us, and she was great. She sang Disneyland with me, and I sang.
I can't see the private chat. Sorry.
Go ahead, Joey.
Oh, I see it. Okay, never mind.
Well, let me tell you why that happened, Mazzy. Because when you give somebody the private link, they can come on for a second, not connect their devices, then type whatever they want.
I don't give a shit about the private chat. No one sees it anyway.
Well, I'm just telling you,
was this the
all the dickheads are in the low life, the law.
Well, but see, my point is,
Don't mention their names, Rob. I see now.
Mazzy, my point is, all you had to do was not do that.
Yeah.
And you know who you want to bring up. You have their phone numbers. Just text it to them.
I know,
hey,
but the thing is, I don't really care because I don't have to go there. If I wouldn't have known it if you didn't point it out.
I know, but I'm the one managing.
Yeah. Okay, I got it.
It's amazing what not having sex with women gives you a bad time of year.
Whoa. So okay. I just want to tell everyone we had about 80 people. We have 74 people watching. This is just a chill out thing, mostly music. We're not adverse talking politics, but we're talking about music, hanging out, having a good time. And there's a bunch of dickhead tweakers. It's like the same handful of trolls that go on every stream that are losers that have no life. And
all
that stuff. I was about to say something that would have totally been inappropriate. I held back, but those are the people there now.
You can be as inappropriate as you want.
No, but this would have been really bad. Okay, based on recent events.
I left a comment in the peanut gallery for that person.
Yeah, you know who it is, Rob.
Yeah.
So that's why you're here, Rob, just to kind of yell at people.
Are we going to get a tour of the grounds, Dr. Robert?
Well, I can.
Now, what is that?
Don't mention it, Louis. Last time he did it, there was some dead road.
What's the river right there? That's the Colombian, right?
No, this is the.
And then he sent photos of it.
Wait, what river is that?
This is the Willamette River in Portland.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, and you were here, Mazzy. This is our deck. Yeah. I'm out on our deck.
I have been there.
Yeah, I know. We're lucky. We've been here. I don't know, 22 years.
You mean that liberal bastion of Portland, Oregon, that make people weird and all that stuff?
Yeah. Well, the latest bumper stickers from Portland.
Weird,
it used to be. It used to be Keep Portland Weird, which they stole from Austin, Texas. But the newest bumper stickers for Portland say "Don't fuck with Portland." So
yeah.
Now, what's this I hear about
They stole
Voodoo
that from Santa
Donuts?
Cruz, actually. Santa Cruz, California is where that's the first place I think that ever happened.
Yeah.
Don't fuck with Santa Cruz.
No, keep Santa Cruz weird.
Oh,
Yeah.
Santa Cruz. Yeah, I think Portland's down the
You
line.
see Santa Cruz, and what the club down there? I used to see Neil Young play. What's the club there?
Play there. What the fuck is that?
The club. It starts with a C, like not the Caspian, but it's something like
Catalyst.
the Catalyst. The Catalyst. Yeah, Neil Young used to. That's one of the spots Neil Young would play like a night or two, a warm up before I'd go on the massive tour with with his band, and it was
Is that where K-Pig was?
no, that's in where's the Garlic Festival?
Oh, that's
Gilroy.
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 Pig was in Gilroy.
Yeah.
Mazzy,
Yes,
we have a guest.
we do. Oh, I have to.
Backstage.
I can bring him on stage. I just want to make sure you want
Who
to.
is this? Who is that? Do I know?
You don't know me.
I've never seen this person in my entire life.
Well, hello.
Okay. First of all, I have one rule. Okay.
All right.
An aesthetic. Okay. Do you have a television at home? Okay. The
Yes.
format is landscape,
He
not.
wants
Oh,
you to.
jeez. All right, there we go.
It'll take a minute.
It'll
No.
take a minute for it to kick in. No?
Do it right away.
It should do it right away.
There we go.
There you go.
There we go.
Don't touch it. Perfect. You see what I mean? You fit with. The
Oh yeah,
format.
fits right in.
So where are you, Sam?
I'm in Rockford, Illinois, home of Toad Hall Records.
Well,
So
home of Cheap Trick.
Trick.
home of
Yeah.
Cheap Trick. Yeah, no, I just started with the record thing. Cheap Trick, yeah, that's our big thing. Actually, yeah.
Hey guys,
Oh.
Oh,
David.
what?
Wow.
I missed that.
We have some new faces here that are never on streams.
I'm old.
Mhm.
I'm old.
Hey, Emma, you can come up. We got room. Emma, the young, the young vinyl community is not always young for
Sam,
a long time.
yes.
yeah, move your light.
Yeah, that.
Hey, can I
killing
talk
it.
about Rockford?
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
great town, great place to play. We opened up for Cheap Trick there. They treated us very kindly. I got autograph pics and all that, blah 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 blah. And
Oh, yeah.
their kids are big Dada fans. One time we opened up for Zandar's daughter, and they
Xandar?
yeah, Robin Zandar.
Oh,
Robin
Robin
Xander.
Xander.
I thought that sounded like a mentalist.
A
I knew
robot?
Robin Xandar.
Yeah, the robot Xandar. Anyway, their kids, his kid has a band. They opened up for us, and they all had Dada lyrics on their T-shirt. It was amazing.
Great.
All right, we got a new person here. All right, Sam, state your business.
I'm on the big screen. Well, I'm just here to hang out, I guess. I'm a big fan
You
of
got
your
a
channel,
lot of
Massive.
nerve.
So
You got some.
I do.
You got
I
some
do.
records there. You got
Sam,
some
what's
records?
it
Oh.
like meeting Sam? What's it like meeting your hero, Mazzy? Because for me, it wasn't so great.
Yeah, never do it. No.
Never do it. Did you have some records you
I
wanted to
like
show?
this guy already.
No.
Oh, I
No,
thought
I don't have anything.
I
I
thought
have a ton back here. Nothing I want to show.
Do you have a channel or no? You're just a
Oh,
fan?
I do. It's Sam's Weird World. I just do whatever I feel like
Put
posting.
a link
Cool.
when you get a chance in the
yeah,
comments.
put a link in the chat.
All right. All right.
Well, tell us
It's
everything.
refreshing to see someone under 50.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I'm halfway there.
Yeah. Well, you're young
So-
to have a collection that big. Holy shit.
Oh, yeah. It's partially my dad's. I tell him. I let him think that. But yeah.
What's most of the genre of the collection?
It's mostly rock. I've been getting in a lot of folk and jazz recently.
Cool.
Oh
So-
my God, hell freezes over. Sorry,
All right,
sorry
so
to interrupt you.
you
but,
can you can get rid of everybody else now, Mazzy.
Yeah. Okay, I gotta say that I'm so sorry to interrupt you, Sam, and we'll get back to you because you're the newbie here. You're
All right.
Yeah, here, let's give Sam another couple.
But digital gramophone makes no sense.
Yeah.
Right, you were showing some stuff. You were rudely interrupted by Mazzy, is what
Well,
we'll
it's
say.
my fucking show.
Yeah. He can rudely interrupt any one of us. So
Yeah, but you let him up, Mazzy. Give him a chance.
Okay.
yeah. I can pull out. On hand is all the stuff I haven't listened to yet, but I just pulled out Les Paul 78.
Wow.
Wow.
Nice.
Wow. I
Okay,
didn't
Yeah,
I'm
I-
impressed now.
Yeah, I have a fair amount of 78s.
Do you really? You got a player for some?
Oh yeah, I have a Technics SP15 that I have a second tone arm on.
Do they still
Nice.
make those, or are the only ones like antiques at this point?
I think they still make SP10s, but they're like 20 grand. So
Right.
out of my range.
Yeah. So so it's mostly antiques. But that's very cool. Very cool.
Where did you find that? That can't be easy.
No, I think a guy on at a garage sale gave me around a truckload for free.
I can believe it.
And when I say a truckload, I mean the car was driving like that.
You can
What
sell
did you-
those by the ton.
Mhm.
Now, are you a big Les Paul fan?
Yeah, I like him. I dig him, but I don't know everything about him.
I mean, to me, he's one of the great. I mean, he invented
Oh,
multi-track
for sure.
recording, and I mean, just an important. I mean,
Well,
I
they
love Les
named the
Paul.
guitar after him for some reason.
Not many people are known for their thing they're named after more than what they do. So.
Wow.
What else you got in your recents that you haven't listened to yet?
Bunch of stuff that my neighbors haven't listened to this. Warren Zevon, Bad Luck Street. I don't know if my camera.
Bad Luck Freaking Dancing
Hey.
School.
And hey, there's a Millennium Falcon on the top of the shelf.
Oh yeah, that is a Lego one as well.
How long did it
bunch
take
of-
you to put that together?
Oh, about 3 days.
Did you glue it together or
No, that's heresy to glue Lego together.
Do you have a favorite band?
So what age did you make that? What age were you?
I was still in my 20s. I mean, I'm still in my 20s, but like 20. That was a year or two ago.
That's not
Wow.
a juvenile thing, Dr. Robert.
No,
That's-
it's not.
I'm not
No.
I didn't mean to suggest that. I was just curious. I mean, it's it's a project.
Be nice,
Yeah, no.
Dr. Robert. Jesus
This-
Christ.
Half of this room is records, half of this room is Lego. So
nothing but nice.
Yeah,
I mean,
see
you know,
I don't
down
know.
there.
I love
here,
Lego.
let me move that. There,
Let me-
look there.
God
Wow.
damn.
I deserve
I'm not
a
gonna make it
moment
about
to
that.
verify-
Sam,
I deserve a
is
moment
the other
to
half of the
verify.
room
I
a
don't
Shron
wanna
Namazi?
intrude.
This guy looks like a
One
young
moment.
John digital gramophone.
Hey,
Sam,
hey,
I have
hold on.
one question
moment.
for you.
Sam,
For one
Sam.
moment, I just need to give a heartfelt little comment,
Hold on. Let me
if
make
I
it.
may. If I may, Legos are something that is, integral to my life, and I built them with my son. All right. So I was just curious as to,
We
how
know.
many
I was
Legos
just
have
talking
you left
with you.
inside a patient?
let me
Dr.
say,
Robert?
I think
I'm
doing
glad that
Legos,
you said that.
doing Legos at any age is cool.
Hey,
Have you
Doctor.
ever replaced someone's
Hey.
spine with Legos?
I hate to be that guy.
There is.
No, wait.
I have this
I'm
thing
glad
with my
he said
son.
that because Sam, what is the plural of Lego?
Oh, that's the thing. I hate to be that guy. It is just Lego
Yes,
sets or
right.
Lego parts. It's like vinyl. It's not records. It's not vinyls.
Thank you.
It's never vinyl. It's never Legos.
See?
We were
So-
just we were just fucking with you, Dr. Robert. You don't have to go on a tirade about how Legos are cool. We
Can
know.
I be bigger one more time? One more
Yeah,
time.
well, you ever step on one and you're
Hey,
very
one more
Hey,
minute.
Dr.
Maybe one
Robert, when
more
you were
minute.
a resident,
Hey,
did you ever remove a Lego from someone's body part?
all right, I'm just going to pass by that. And what I
Is this
want
like the
say,
crayon in Homer Simpson's brain?
Oh my God.
what I
Let him
wanna
get it out
say-
or we're gonna be here forever.
No, I have a very brief comment. What we just experienced there was what you'd call a teachable moment, and those are to be valued. That was a teachable moment.
But you have,
Oh,
you've
yes.
you've had three of them this stream.
Can I say also, this is not all about me. Let's move on.
Okay, okay.
I'm sick of having pizza.
Hey,
Bowl.
wait,
I'm the
Sam,
host
Sam.
here. I don't like to pull rank. I'm
Sam,
the host here.
Sam, do you
Rob.
have enough Legos to build a statue of Mazzy out of Legos?
Hey, depends on how big you want the statue.
Yeah.
I want to welcome John Digital Gramophone because John and I have known each other virtually. That sounds creepy, for about 5 years now. And in 2 weeks, we're going to meet in Portland. I probably won't see you, Doc, but he's going to be there because his sister is there and his family's going to be there. So we're going to hang out for a day. We've never met in person. I am the voice of the last thing you hear on his channel. Digital Gramophone makes no sense. He ripped me off. I don't get royalties.
Yeah.
But come on, you're not going to make him big. Okay, I'm going to do it.
I'm gonna
No,
make him
don't make
big.
me big. No,
Okay.
I don't have.
If
any
you don't
records
watch,
to show.
he's got the chillest, funniest, deadpan.
I'm in my
humor.
Dungeon.
I have
I
no
love
records here
Don-
except for the ones on the wall. I have no Lego. Notice I didn't put the S in.
He's one of those Wilco guys, like that period. You know, Wilco, that kind of country
One of those
rock,
guys.
all that indie music that no one else listens to on the vinyl community. He's
Now,
into.
this is going to upset people, but when it comes to Wilco, I only like that Yankee Foxtrot, whatever it's
Yankee
called. I
Hotel
love that
Foxtrot.
album, but I just don't get the rest of it.
Oh, I'm surprised. It's very accessible.
I know. But that one album I think is really good.
That's usually the one that people don't get.
What about
But the other ones are, the majority of the other ones are more accessible. Not all of them, but the majority of them are.
the Bubblegum Summer or whatever that one's called? I bet you'd like that, Harry.
Yeah, Summer Teeth is.
Summer
Yes,
Teeth.
yes, Summer
Summer
Teeth.
Teeth.
That's a good one. That's a very pop record.
Yes.
No Wilco opinions here.
Uncle Tupelo too. You know.
Yes, Uncle Tupelo.
I mean, he
is where
likes
it all
he
started.
likes those ingenue women who make like tooth records, indie, and then they disappear for like 10 years. You know, like the woman in the trailer park with the cowboy hat, and you know that kind of stuff.
Man, you're kind of opinionated, Mazzy.
I'm going
Geez.
to exit.
The woman in the trailer park with the cowboy hat.
See,
Robert,
That's your favorite album of the year.
Relaxed.
Well, now
Oh,
Rob's
yeah.
gone.
Oh,
He's
yeah.
sitting inside a trailer.
You're right. She's just
What's your name?
leading figure.
What's your name again?
Hooray for the Riff Raff is what she records under. That's her moniker.
Yeah.
But it's a Linda Segarra. Yeah, she's only been making music for,
Strange.
I don't know, at least 15 years.
It's
So
interesting how there's a
just somebody that just comes and goes.
it's
Nobody
it's
that has
interesting
a
how these
career.
solo artists, and I'm not talking about band names, but solo artists are putting records out under quote band names, but for solo. Like Hooray for the Riff Raff is one person. That's kind of a new trend. in the
Well,
last decade or
yeah,
so.
I mean,
Yeah.
I don't. Well, yeah, I think that's.
I mean, Donovan was Donovan.
Yeah, I think that's more common now than it used to be. But I think
Right.
most of them started as I think in most cases they started as a band, but then the band members kind of started to go away, and then they just, like the Shins. The Shins actually started as a band, but then by I think the third album, like the band that started, they all left, and then James Mercer, who's basically the guy that is still the Shins,
Right.
said, "Well, that's what I always intended. I
Well,
always
like 10
intended it to be a
10cc
rotation of
10cc today is Graham Gouldman touring. I mean, it's
Right.
not really 10cc, but he's allowed to tour under that name. He has a, you know.
Yeah.
You really have a problem with this, Mazzy.
Actually, isn't that exactly what this is? Is one guy as
Mhm.
the New Radicals?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah.
I did it the opposite way. I tried to start a band as a side project. So when I was making my second solo record, I called it X Levitation Cult because I tried to start a band with the producer, who is Rob Dacre, by the way, Louis. And
Yeah, I know. You
he
got it
didn't
right
want
here.
to do it. So it ends up just being X Levitation Cult is my second solo record, and no one gives a shit.
Can you make Joey big?
Well,
Make Joey big.
I personally,
Louis, you're failing.
I can't play an instrument. I'm not a musician. I have no band.
I thought you were
I'm
David
around
Bromberg.
with a band name, just waiting for a band.
Tame Impala.
Yeah, one guy.
Yeah, one guy. That's
Yeah,
a
one
good-
guy.
Just one guy.
I guess my question is,
they
Mazzy, why
started
does
as
this
a
hurt your
band.
feelings so much?
No, just
Doesn't
one
hurt-
guy.
no, it doesn't hurt my feelings.
think they
Back
were
in my
good
day,
to begin
okay,
with.
back in my day,
Sorry.
people did solo projects. Now, I mean, solo albums. Now they have, it's all about projects. And it's not a bad thing. I'm not being like an old guy.
Because it kind of sounds like you think it is.
Let's do it's the new project with back in like in.
See the way
Selena
you're doing
Dion.
that with your hands right there?
Louis got a handle on body language.
Oh, it's my project. Brr.
I think you may have enough data to write a paper. I don't know.
I'm calling my band Louis and the Replaceables.
I think the one that I think of that was never a band, never has been a band, even though he's toured as a band, is Iron and Wine.
Oh yeah.
Sam Bean.
Yeah.
Always
I
a
didn't
solo
know that.
artist.
I always figured that was at least two people.
No, I mean, his first album was just him, really.
Yeah. Yep.
So we got to pause the show here so that Mazzy and I can have the production meeting that we didn't have before this started. When everyone's having a conversation, how the hell am I supposed to know who to make big?
You look at their
We're
mouth.
just talking. Look at we're all it's Hollywood Squares. We're all just talking, man.
Fair enough.
I wish we could share the private chat right now.
See, now these people are showing records, so I'm gonna make them big, right? What do you got?
Don't even look at the private chat.
This is a skin shape. I'm pretty sure this is just one dude.
I don't know who that is.
No, it's really good. It's like I don't even know how to describe it.
Mazzy hates it because it's just one dude.
And there's a band called Shiny Ribs. It's one guy. It's Kevin from the Gourds.
What do you got,
Well,
Dr. Rob?
you guys all know this band, Adventures. This is they have so many records. But here, this is such a cool thing. So this album cover got replaced because this guy right here has a huge sweat stain under his left arm. I don't know if you can see that.
Oh yeah.
They airbrushed that
Hey,
out.
you weren't pointing under the arm there.
Well, I'm doing the best I can. Let me put two others, and then I gotta.
I thought you were going in a completely different direction with why the album cover got banned, by the way.
Well, no, if you read online, that's the reason. So,
Okay.
Wait a minute. That album cover got banned?
yeah, it did because the guy had a sweat stain in his armpit. That's
Not banned, but, you know.
They call us sensitive now.
It's nearly as valuable
Like the
as
toilet cover, the
the
Mama's
butcher
Pajamas.
cover. No, it is not. But I got these at a record show here down near Portland. These are one. This is not quite an original.
Is that his flamenco guitar album?
This is an original. You know,
Not that one. The other one.
Yeah, no, these are the one's a vocal and one's like a quartet. So it's
Okay.
yeah, it's at any rate, those were some finds. So I'm gonna have to run, but before I did want to ask, do you want to talk about anything political, Mazzy? It's your stream. It's your stream, and I'm happy to weigh in.
Well, all I want to say is,
Hold on,
There's
Mazzy,
nothing
hold on.
Why
Hold
did
on.
something happen that we should
Okay,
know about?
proceed.
no. All I want to say is already $50 million of small donations came in 8 hours, which is bizarre. So that's all I'll say.
And moving right along.
I could give a brief political comment, and then I do got to go.
Yes.
Uh-oh.
There
I
you
do
go.
have a question. Okay, go ahead.
Is it going to be as bad as your Lego take? Or
I thought I salvaged
Sam.
that well.
Make them
Sam.
Yeah, well, I
I
didn't say that.
I thought the
Well,
Lego.
who said it? Who said it?
I
Oh,
thought
you.
he came out on good terms with Lego. So I don't
Yeah,
know.
you did.
So I think this. I just want to give Joe Biden so much credit as a patriot and coming out and making this decision. And I think that's the biggest thought that I have watching this is just, you know, give him so much credit. And then I hope that the Democratic Party, you know, they've got to coalesce soon. There's not time for a lot of competition. And you know, if Kamala
It's going to be open. They should come open. Let people, you know, we'll see what happens.
Yes, but
already they're coming around her. But we'll see. You know?
Yes, it seems
Wait,
like
they're doing what?
It seems like, and I think she's stop. But I think she, you know, I really think she stepped forward.
They're rallying around her so far. But they want, and she's actually come out and said, "Look, I want to earn the nomination from the electors." She even said that. So that's a good.
Fair enough.
You know what it is? What's great about this? I mean, the other guy on the other side didn't go for one fucking debate. Didn't show up for one debate with the rest of the Republican debaters. He didn't show up at one fucking debate. He felt he was anointed. That's the bullshit there. And if people still want to be lemmings and follow that cunt nose asshole,
blood pressure,
you know, so be it.
Mazzy, careful.
I can say whatever I want.
I'm worried about your health.
Black Sabbath album yet?
Oh, sorry. I hope I didn't offend anyone.
Seriously, listen to the new Deep Purple record. It is good.
Is it really?
Really good.
Who's
They were
in
talking,
the
they were
band?
talking about it on CNN.
What?
Yes, they were talking about the new record, the new Deep Purple record on CNN.
It is really good.
Well, I love the videos of Mazzy. I love the videos of Kamala buying records. I think you sent those around.
I saw that.
You know,
Originally went out.
the economy is great. Inflation's shitty, but inflation is shitty around the world now, and that's not any president does not control inflation. So that is a
all right. For more on that economical take, Dave.
I don't like Trump, so that's all I'll say.
No,
Dave,
we need it. We need to know about the economy.
Harry, I got a question for Harry. Harry, what have you heard the Deep Purple? Tell me how good is it?
I've heard
Who's
the
in the
one
band?
song. I just heard the one song that
Who's singing?
Ian.
Oh, Ian's singing. Okay.
It's awesome, man. Just after you're done here, just go watch the video.
Ian Gillan?
Yeah.
Well, I will say this: Ian Gillan was the best Jesus Christ, the original Jesus Christ Superstar.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
He was on that first, the Brown box set album. Better than Ted Neely. He was the guy. I do like that.
Jesus Christ, that's like
I mean, they haven't lost a thing. It sounds just as good as anything they've done.
That's interesting.
I am going to have to get off, guys. I just wanted to say good night. Always a pleasure.
Hi, Dr. Robert.
Say good night to the missus.
Bye, Doc.
Do. Go, Joe.
Harry.
Yes, sir.
What kind of weed are you smoking?
Actually, this is Coffee Dave's.
Does it have a cool name?
Yeah, it's called Coffee Dave's Strain, special strain just for Harry.
Is weed good, Harry? I just want to know: is his weed good?
Yeah, it's pretty
Coffee
good.
Dave. Yeah,
Yeah, it seems like it would be killer.
Joey. I don't smoke dope. But
Do I?
I've given it to several people as gifts.
They don't call it dope anymore, Mazzy.
I don't smoke dope. No, but everyone who smokes
It's cool to call it dope.
Everyone loves it. It's legal. Hey, it's legal here.
This is Coffee Dave's.
So you lied to me about what we're doing on Sunday when we hang out? The day we hang out?
You're not coming up to Seattle. I'm meeting you in Portland.
It's not called something ominous like Gorilla Panic or This is Permanent.
Yeah. But you said that there was going to be a whole day of smoking dope. Those were your literal words.
I don't smoke dope. I don't smoke pot.
Come on.
He could be coerced. Look at him.
I can take you to pot stores in
up
Portland
this way. Let me know.
Just to let you know, I'm staying in Portland Saturday and Sunday night, so I'll see you during the day, or all day Sunday, as much as you can.
Nice, Herb. Well, you let Rob leave the stream, and now where are we?
Oh, I didn't even see Rob leave.
See?
Wow.
Hey,
Never
Sam.
meet your heroes.
Whoa,
You
hold
know
on,
what's
hold on.
amazing? Okay, let me just say this.
Nancy, hold on. This never happens. Yes. Yes,
Hey,
Dave.
Sam, did I hear you say you were from Rockford, right?
Yes. Yes.
Cool, my brother, I've never been there, but my brother-in-law's from Rockford. He's a
Okay.
big fan of Cheap Trick. They're a good band.
Thank you.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Make Safe and Sounds comment big.
Where?
You know, I will say I made a mistake by putting that out because we have the most disgusting private chat of these wankers ever. But it just shows they have no life.
And
they're
how
just-
did this happen, Mazzy?
I posted
What happened? Why
but at
did-
least
why
they're
did
in the
this person
they're in the
get banned?
private chat, so they're alone in a
Yeah,
lifeboat.
yeah.
Here's a heater.
Sink the boat. So
Hold on. We have a heater, a bona fide.
Oh,
Fuse.
Fuse. Rick Nielsen's first album before Cheap Trick.
No kidding. That's nice.
Yeah. Still in the shrink.
We got
I've
some,
never seen
some
that.
credibility here on this newcomer.
Shrinkage, yeah.
Joey, someone asked what the wine is. Can you share what the wine is?
Yes. It's a Bordeaux, and what the hell? It's a Saint Julian. This is La Croix. My guy at Costco, Dan, at Costco #1. God damn it! That's the only one. Costco. Fuck all the other Costcos. Costco #1 in Issaquah.
Fighting words.
Yeah, Costco is based up here in Washington State.
Yeah. And
I know.
He turned me on this, and he was right. That's all I can say. He was right.
You have a Costco guy. Does your Costco guy tour with you?
No, but we do take selfies and stuff together.
Wow.
He's great. Dan is fucking great. Dan in Issaquah. If you ever
Right.
get to meet Dan, the wine guy, he's the wine manager over at Issaquah. I'll say it again. #1. Don't fuck with any other ones. #1. He knows his shit about 100% knows his shit. And we are very simpatico on our tastes.
Nice.
Make that big there, somebody.
That's a good album. That's a good
Yeah,
album.
I got you.
Here we go.
Yeah.
What is that, Harry?
Oh,
So I got a guitar pick and got this sign.
Pull it back
after
a little
the
bit.
show.
A little bit
nice.
back, Harry. There we
There
go.
you go. Your glaucoma is getting to you.
Yeah, this I think this was at the Moore Theater.
That's cool.
Mazzy, send the link to Emma.
Yeah, I'm gonna text it to you, Emma, because we're getting idiots here. So hold on.
Also, speaking of idiots, I haven't been paying attention to the chat, and I just saw that Dave is in there. And Dave, if you're watching, you know what I have to do, right?
Hold on a second. I gotta find this.
I have to put you in timeout just for fun.
Who's getting in timeout?
Dave, local bandography.
Oh.
Just for fun, just random. Didn't even say anything bad. I just love to use the wrench.
Emma, I texted it to you. I hope that works. So
Sam, I'm going to give you a spotlight here. Show like 5 records in a row or whatever you got.
All right, Cheap Trick. Right here. We have Dream Police. We have another Cheap Trick.
what if you
Right
watch my
here.
videos? What did I teach you about plastic sleeves?
Don't listen to him. You're doing fine.
Another Cheap Trick right here. Here's another one. Look at that guitar right there.
He's got an amazing guitar collection.
Yeah.
I've actually met Rick Nielsen too.
So yeah, they
another Cheap
recorded
Trick.
a lot of the Double Fantasy stuff.
Another Cheap Trick. Another one. Want another one? I got another one. Want another one?
God damn.
Yeah.
So you got a serious collection, which means you're definitely weird, like most of the people here. So you don't have like a freezer with severed heads in it or anything, do you?
No.
Part of this, yeah. So are you in your late 20s?
Mid-20s. I'm 25.
Oh, okay.
How much of those are your dad's and how much of them are yours?
Most of them are mine.
Really?
Yes.
I want to reply to Chris's comment.
The count is almost 2,600.
Very respectable.
The release version did not have Cheap
Yeah,
Trick.
the
related.
Cheap Trick wasn't on the release version, so that's why
They
they
did
were.
record, but they didn't use that
Yeah,
material.
so if they ever
Oh,
do
yeah,
a
Bunny
box set, which
Carlos.
Sean will do a box set probably eventually, there'll be all that stuff will be on it. So, Emma,
I just want to say,
tell you.
somehow I'm related to Bunny Carlos. Somehow.
Cool.
Well, you
Somehow.
have to do DNA. You have to do a DNA swab.
Yeah, yeah. Do you have, like, what? Tell me about jazz. What's your jazz collection like?
It's very small. It's just this up to here. This is my
Good.
jazz.
Good for you.
Ah, shit. This is what happens.
You told
Yay!
We clicked on Emma at the same time.
Emma is the biggest Cheap Trick fan I know.
I'm loving this.
Cool. That's
Member
cool.
of the youngest. They call it the youngest, but pretty soon you guys.
Oh, 3 fuses. Oh, that's
Yeah, you're
killer.
the youngest members of the VC.
So let me
stuff,
ask you this, Emma. How many times have you seen Cheap Trick? About 50?
What?
50, 100?
Wow.
right? The question was, how many times have you seen Cheap Trick?
Just including like, is it just like the band or like?
Not the
Yeah.
cover band that's in a casino, the real band.
Not side projects, just the band. Just Cheap Trick.
I don't know what's going on right now. Oh, okay. Here we go.
Have you muted?
Yeah, here we go. No, I've probably seen them about 25, 30 times, but I've also seen like side projects. Like Rick Nielsen and his family band does a thing called the Nielsen Trust, and I've probably seen them about 10 plus times now. That started in 2020. Actually, they were supposed to go on tour and then got cut off a little bit.
Is
but-
there a club that they regularly play at, or a venue that you seem to see them a lot at a certain venue, right?
Yeah,
wrong?
not really. Just kind of all over the Midwest a little bit.
So you'd call yourself a casual fan?
Yeah, very, very, very casual. They're okay.
Yeah.
You know, they're not.
So you got some.
I think Digital Gramophone John and Emma and I all kind of started around the same time, actually. And I remember what's great about Emma, she's into a lot of British blues stuff, all these British blues artists, which I found it really great. Someone young being in all these British artists and got into the blues stuff from them too, which was so great, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
Emma, do you have some like prized Cheap Trick possessions? Like something signed, something like a finger
Oh
or
yeah.
something? that was cut off?
I have a bunch of different stuff. I have a lot of signed
Bunch of
stuff. I have
fingers.
some boots.
What's your like? Yeah, like like your top like thing. I want to see whatever it is. I love
All right, give me
that.
a second.
I'm going to tell you, my favorite of theirs is Live at the Budokan, without a doubt.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah.
But why is that? Just the energy?
It's just so much fun, you know, and it just rocks. And initially, you could only buy that as an import because they weren't going to
Right.
release it here.
My only Cheap Trick story, which I've told a couple times, is Columbia Records in San Francisco had a showcase, showcase where they bring in artists and they play. And they came to San Francisco. They played the old Waldorf, where Bill Graham was producing. It was a sit-down club, great club in the financial district of San Francisco. And I was sitting with my buddy Brooks at the table, cocktail table, about four tables from the stage. And this guy with his huge hair, tall guy, sits right in front of us. And I'm in an angle so I could move around. And he turns around. It was Brian May, because either the night before or the night after, Queen played in San Francisco, and he was there seeing the showcase. That's the only time I saw Cheap Trick during
Hey,
that
Harry.
first album. They were
I
great.
saw Queen on the All That Jazz tour.
Hey, Harry, will you watch Mazzy for a second? I gotta go pee.
What you gonna do?
I think I found the most obscure Cheap Trick adjacent thing I have.
All right.
Vi Carlson, Bunny's mom.
Oh, really?
It's on CD, but
Wow.
there they are. This is signed by him and her.
Bunny's
That's
mom.
actually pretty fantastic.
Interesting.
Emma, do you know about Bunny's mom?
I have not met Bunny's mom. No.
I think she's
I've met
passed,
Bunny a bunch
but
of times. He's
That's
really
pretty
cool,
cool.
but he actually plays, or he has played. He does a Monday night band in Rockford still, so he plays at a place called Mary's Place over there. And unfortunately, he's not doing much anymore, but he has in the past.
Because you're in Illinois too, right?
I am in Illinois, yeah. All right, this is what I pulled out. This is a Japanese promo, 1978 picture disc.
That's neat.
With Oh Boy on it, which was the B-side to I Want You to Want Me off of In Color.
I actually sold one of those on eBay about 4 months ago.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah. So that's
I
pretty
picked
cool.
it-
I also have the latest. I have a lot of signed stuff. But I have the latest on vinyl, which has been kind of hard to come by over the last handful of years. That was 09 and it's out of print.
Is Cheap Trick the most records you have by a band?
Yeah, I would say so.
That's cool though. I like that.
Yeah.
Now you have 45s and picture sleeves from other
Oh, yeah.
countries, stuff like that.
Oh yeah.
Okay, good. That's a good collector right there.
Yeah. Let's see what I got.
God, once Rob and Louie leave, it gets really quiet here. We're shy.
12-inch singles. Yeah, I go all deep on some of the bands I like. I want anything different, anything with a different cover.
45s. The Big Black. He's a Whore cover. Baby Talk.
Fucking Mazzy.
Promos.
Sorry, Louie.
Dream Police. This one is Dutch, I think.
Wow, those are all obscure.
Yeah. I gotta.
you want to see an obscure piece of a Cheap Trick media? Not even media. Check this out.
The one with the green stripe at the bottom is a promo, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've had that.
That's
I
super
don't
cool.
like being big.
Louie,
Oh, sorry,
you're sleeping.
I'm trying to tell you to talk to. Do you? Can you text Vinyl Richie
Oh,
the
why
link?
does he?
I mean, I guess it's out there, so it doesn't matter now.
I have this banner that was on street lights in Rockford. Rick's Picks.
That's pretty
Very
cool.
cool. I wish that museum was still there.
Yeah,
Here.
it's temporary.
I text
Thing,
you,
but look
Richie,
at
if
that
you're
flying
watching.
bee.
I text you,
He
Richie. I text you the link.
Now, what are the odds you're going to have two serious, hardcore Cheap Trick fans out here?
it does seem like notable.
Oh yeah.
Now,
You know,
Sam,
Cheap Trick,
do
it
you
was
know
up
about
between-
this group? I don't know if it's a private group, but the Young VCers. I don't. What's the name of the actual name?
Youngest members of the VC.
There is a group, and they do a yearly conclave. You can't. It's too late to get into it. It's a private closing.
Private group.
But they have kind of a group because all us old wankers, we
Boomers.
show the same shit.
Geezers. Yeah.
Emma, I've always wanted
Yeah.
to ask,
Fucking
like,
geezers.
when does it start to? At what age is it going to be that it starts to feel young or starts to feel weird calling it that?
It doesn't, because it started off like as a way to troll everybody.
Yeah. Okay.
So,
There you go.
and so the more like I don't know. It's fun getting asked that question because that's probably asked every day.
Oh, okay.
Our generation and a few years older, 10 years older than me, their whole thing was in the 60s. Don't trust anyone over 30. That was the big deal.
Yeah.
And of course, now that's like thrown out the door, for everybody. So
Yeah.
you guys,
When I
are you guys
was a
all
kid,
under,
if
are
I
you
looked
all under 30? You're all under
parents
30,
this
right?
age,
We are, yeah.
So not young.
We're not there yet.
Okay.
I saw
You're not accepting new members.
channel name and I couldn't read the thing. What did it say?
It said,
Oh,
"How does Digital Gramophone
Yeah.
prepare for his Mazzy meeting?"
no preparation.
So you don't eat for 3 or 4 days.
I'm going to meet him in London too. He's coming to London from what's that country that they make the waffles and diamonds? What's that country?
Belgium.
I
That didn't come right to mind with the waffles.
I mean, there's a waffle named after it.
Yeah, for real.
who all are you going to meet up with over there, Mazzy? John and who?
Oh, I just sent you the wrong thing. Sorry. Well, yeah. 6 Inch,
Multitasking is
6
quite
Inch
hard.
John and Headley are supposedly coming down.
Yeah.
Maybe Rob Walker, supposedly.
Oh boy.
Maybe. I'd like to meet the oldies rock and roll guy who lives in London. I haven't heard from
Paul.
him.
Yeah.
Paul.
Paul.
I would love to meet Paul. You know.
Yeah, I bet he's a trip.
Yeah. David Donnelly. I'm going to meet one day. I'm going to the Yoko show at the Tate Modern.
Mm-hmm.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That's super cool.
Yeah. Well, it's my big birthday that Friday, so I'm a little kind of, you know.
Oh,
If they're selling Yoko T-shirts there, can you get me a 2X?
You wear a Yoko T-shirt?
If they're selling one at that event.
Sure. Okay. 2X. Okay. See, the thing is, if it's a vinyl community, you know, it's either a 2X or a triple X. So, except for people like me, everyone.
Unless you're a rock star.
Yeah.
What did you say? 23rd is your birthday, Maz?
Yeah.
23rd. Yeah, that's
Me, Keith Moon, and I, and River Phoenix, and Gene Kelly, and Barbara Eden.
Speaking of Keith Moon, you
Barbara Eden.
chimed in the other day as a Dada fan. As Mazzy Moon, I almost said. Fuck, now I lost her name. Keith Moon's daughter is a Dada fan.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And
I might as well just open a Yoko shop on my channel.
Yeah.
I don't think that'd be a good financial decision.
Can you give me a White Album top loader?
I have one, but I don't have a mono.
I don't.
Those are not cheap, even in the UK. Oh, you got Gandalf.
Oh, is it good? I feel like I should have
That
gotten
is
it.
good.
It's available again at Jackpot.
This is
all the
one.
Louis, you can buy it. Yeah.
Reissues are great.
Yeah.
That's the new one. Hopefully it doesn't have a scratch like the fucking record store day one I bought.
Ah, I kind of want that. I heard it was mid though.
Man. Scratch.
I
Emma,
have
how many
Gandalf
people?
editions.
Emma, how many people are in your secret cult of young people?
In my young people cult, there's 4 main like vinyl community members, and then there's a husband. But he's like our honorary member now after 4 years of doing these trips, and we already have next year's trip planned.
Was there a lot of hazing just to get him in?
Yep. Oh yeah.
Yeah. Look who it is.
Hey,
What's up, man?
what's the occasion?
Well, you know, the reason we didn't I made the mistake of putting out the link, and we get all these trolls that you know of in the private chats here.
Oh,
the same
backstage.
guys, the
Just
same
ignore
people
it.
you always know.
Just ignore the chats.
Yeah, I am.
Yeah. You guys were talking about Cheap Trick stories.
Yeah.
I saw Cheap Trick. I believe it was either 2 or 3 times on New Year's Eve at the Forum, and I think there was a Record Store Day release of one of those concerts. But I think it was in '79. Some girl actually committed suicide at the stroke of midnight at the concert. It was kind of a downer.
Thanks for bringing that up.
Oh, sorry, bro.
Only kind of a downer.
God, you light up my life.
If Dr. Robert
so
would
glad
say
to hear.
buzzkill.
Did you come by to check my oxygen level? Make sure I was doing okay?
Wow.
Captain Beefheart.
Louis, are you paying attention?
Yeah, hold on. Yeah. So here's what we're gonna do. So
Gonna kick me out for this?
No. Put a stack together and then say something along the lines of, "Hey, let me show these records." And because what you're doing right now is known as the Jose.
No, do it.
Yes.
Man, you had me up until.
Oh man, I've been thinking about making a video like that.
Do it. You won't.
You're my inspiration, Mazzy.
He never hears that, and he hates it when people say that.
I actually did a whack-a-mole, and it was 5 albums that I know Mazzy doesn't have, and I also did a whack-a-yoko, and I had
Whoa.
it set up, and I
Oh.
pulled these 5 albums that tied in with Yoko Ono, and I
See,
acted like it was at
that was hysterical. I get your sense of humor. I always tell Richie though. Richie and I have become friends over the last 2 years, but I feel like he lost cred because he's a friend of mine in the school kids.
I also lost cred because I like Art Garfunkel, so
Right.
That was one of your great.
Breakaway is a great album, by the way.
Was like that Art Garfunkel album.
I love that. Angel Clare is a perfect record. Now that's Schmaltzy. We go back to Schmaltzy.
Nah, that one's okay. I think
it's a Schmaltzy
Breakaway
record.
album.
I like his second and third one better.
Yeah, but all his records are Schmaltzy. You got to admit, right?
His version of Disney Girls is my favorite.
It is good.
See, for me, that's the weakest song on that album.
Mm.
Oh, so apparently they want Mazzy Louie to be the ticket for 2024. Richie, I think
yes.
I might have to pick Richie over Louie because I think Louie and I are too aligned politically.
I am not going to be a
I need to bring
politician ever.
someone out of the box to get the right side.
Yeah,
of
we
the center.
we would cover a wide spectrum, I think.
Yeah, I'm left of center. You're right of center. I think that would be a good audience.
Richie,
Norm 24.
Richie, did you pick up any records recently this week or whatever?
I got two. Yeah.
Show them off.
Dick and Norm 24.
No, nobody wants to see my records.
I do. Fuck.
All right.
Christina, did you think you'd be spending a night like this, like just hanging out
Take
with a
us
bunch
off
of white
tour and look.
And Emma, sorry, Emma, you're the only one.
Like a car crash, really.
The only one.
Emma's used to that.
You can't look away.
No.
There we go.
All right, what do you got, Richie?
This one here, it's Fen, and it's National Threat. This might be the best album I think so far this year. It's fantastic. It's kind of like a 70s punk rock, LA 70s punk rock. They would have fit right in with the Weirdos, did the Dickies. It's really good.
I love
and then the other record I got is the new wave of shitty heavy metal, and it's Total Hell, their second album.
Nice.
Killed by Evil.
Love it. I'd buy that for the cover alone.
That gets a thumbs up.
Hell yeah. That's great. Emma, did you get some records this week?
Huh? I did.
Let's
I
see
did.
it.
So yeah, so we did our yearly trip with the youngest members of the VC. We went last week. We were on the East Coast, New Jersey and Philly. We hit up some places there. So I have them over here. I picked up a bunch of and I'm kind of like a power popper. I picked up a bunch of power pop bands and like albums that I've been missing. So I'll go grab them if you guys want to see.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Dawson.
Hey, what's up?
I
have a Cheap Trick
Yeah.
story. I
Tell
seen
it.
Cheap Trick between is either 2009 and 2013. Went up to upstate New York in Art Park, and I knew just a couple main songs from the band. And I see these guys come out. He's like dressed like a captain, and then we got the our guitar player Rick Nielsen with 3 or 4 necks on his guitar. And it was a great crowd. We had a great time. 10,000 people just rocking on to some classic Cheap Trick. And something that stood out was the singer there. He's got charisma, man. Like just watching the guys play, and had a great time. So having 4 necks on a guitar, that's kind of a cheap trick right there.
What year was this?
It was between 2009 and 2013, whatever date that they happened to be in Art Park in Lewiston, New York.
Mm-hmm.
I have to find the date, but that was a good show.
Good. Somebody else enjoys Art Park. Look at that car.
I did go with Kimbo Friday night to see a great show. The band Cracker. You know the band Cracker?
Yeah. I saw your Instagram or whatever.
How were they?
Weren't they previously known as Honky?
No, right. David Lowery, his band before that was Camper Van Beethoven. You know, Take the Skinheads Bowling, and they're from Santa Cruz. I mean, they got together in Santa Cruz, California. So their best song is this kind of beautiful ballady thing called the Big Dipper, about the Santa Cruz Boardwalk Dipper. Beautiful song. It's on is it Kerosene? I forgot which. Not Kerosene. One of the albums there. But the Cracker was more. That was around your time, Joey. Wasn't it early '90s, mid '90s?
Yeah, we played with them a few times. How were they?
They were great. You know, it's still him and the guitar player that started the band. I forgot the guy's name. You know, they got that little country thing. They don't have. Now, I hate to compare it to you guys because you got these amazing vocals. They don't have that. Half his stuff is kind of country-esque, so something that like even someone like John Digital Gramophone would like, and that kind of alt country thing. But they also have a kind of a post-punkish sound, an intense. And he opened up the set for 45. Did a folk set alone, acoustic guitar, which is great. But he's got that raspy voice a little bit. It was good. I mean, it was tight. A quartet, you know.
Didn't their catalog like after
they sold out 2 nights at the Tractor. They sold out 2 nights at the Tractor.
The Big Dipper is a roller coaster that they're talking about.
Yeah. There's a bunch of Big Dippers around the country, but the one in Santa Cruz, it's just a great song. I mean, yeah.
Didn't their catalog like after the 90s, like didn't it get more kind of like alt country Americana?
Yeah,
like,
they moved into that little a little heavier alt country thing.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, really quick, the new David Rawlings Gillian Welch album has been announced.
I saw that. Yeah, I like her a lot.
Yeah.
Emma, you got your stuff.
October? Yeah.
And the signed edition
I
already
grabbed a
sold
couple
out.
things.
Power Pop.
Yeah, well, so I did find finally a white label of In Color, which that was one of the only ones that I'm missing right now. Let's see. So I grabbed that. Big connection with we ended up going to, and this is going to be, I'm going to plug the youngest members of the VC. We have a series coming out probably within the next couple of weeks. We usually do a documentary, but now we're doing a 5-episode series, basically documenting each day instead of like a 3-hour-long documentary.
When's that coming?
Probably sometime in mid-August. It's usually posted. So Dylan out over at the Record Spinner channel, he does all the editing. He does a really nice job with it. And it'll probably go up. We'll have like promos and stuff when that goes up. I'll probably post a couple things on my channel too. But we actually had a really cool opportunity to go to the House of Vi Productions with Kurt Ryle of the Gripweeds. He invited us there. So we'll have some information on that. But I love Gem Records and Gem Recordings. Also love Illinois Power Pop, so I picked up the Pez band. I needed a clean copy of that. Passport Records, connection to Gem Recordings from the original one before the new one. Also just saw, I know John will like this, I just saw Chris from the DBs last weekend playing with the Big Star Quintet. And that was a really cool show, so I picked up the comp that I kind of wanted of singles and stuff. Got some more Lemon Twigs. I've been on a kick with them recently.
I love Lemon Twigs.
Yeah, this one's really interesting, the concept album. So
that took me a while to get in. Todd Rundgren's onto that album.
And Jody Stevens.
Yeah, that's the one that took me the longest to get into. It's like a concept album, but yeah.
Yeah, really, really good stuff. Yeah, I probably picked up like 30 records, but got some
light work.
Some soul. Got some Otis Redding.
Yeah, that's a good album.
Yeah, I got that.
Harry, stop it.
Got the new Ian Hunter because a lot of reasons. Obviously, Ian Hunter's great, but the Cheap Trick connection on here with Rick, Tom,
Beetle Babe got that one,
and Robin. Yeah, I needed to grab that just for the completist in me.
Is it good? Is it a good record?
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Pretty good. Okay.
How's
his voice? How's his voice?
It's all right.
You know, he's one of those British guys. There's certain British guys that sound so British when they sing, and he's one of them.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, he's definitely one of them. Also picked up Kurt Vile, Waking on Green Days. Mostly, I still need to kind of dig into Kurt Vile a little bit, but I picked it up because we actually ended up going to see the mural when we were in Fishtown in Philadelphia. So we all ended up grabbing a copy of this while we were there.
You know what's good is he did an album with Courtney
bunch of other
Barnett.
stuff.
He did an album with Courtney Barnett you might like if you know Courtney Barnett.
Yeah, that's the only one I have.
Oh, yeah.
That's a good record.
Oh, yeah.
Hold on. We need Mazzy. There's this comment. I wanted you to see if you could.
I said that again. You know, I agree. I am a terrible. This is why I don't like doing this. I like coming on as a guest. To me, this is your show, Louis.
Yeah, you don't like doing it until you and me are clicking the same fucking button 150 times.
Well, we're learning the rules here. I like coming on and guesting, but I really don't like hosting. And you're doing a great job here. So
thanks,
this is an
Mazzy.
experiment in terror.
Emma, did you say you're from Illinois?
Yes.
What whereabouts?
Kind of north central a little bit.
I'm from Oswego. I went to Illinois.
Okay.
For school.
I'm originally from near like Vernon Hills, Libertyville area.
Right on.
But yeah.
Is it okay? Like I haven't been back in 20 years. Is it okay? I hear mixed reports.
Yeah, no, I love it.
Cool.
I mean, we have a great music scene, so
There are still fields of corn. You haven't missed much.
there's a lot of corn.
I miss the corn. I do.
Yeah. A lot of flat land and a lot of corn, but
It's like Nebraska, practically.
yeah.
I'm not doing that. Mazzy's having fun.
I knew that wasn't you. However, it goes without saying.
Did someone say Nebraska? Okay, anyway.
That's where I'm from. Yeah.
Can't pull that out. That's over there.
That's my favorite Bruce Springsteen album.
Is it really? Wow.
I picked up a upgrade copy while I was in Jersey. I felt like I had to. So
What is an upgrade copy for that? What would be a bad copy? That's my question. Is since it's a cassette.
One that has a lot of background noise.
Just all over it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's the album. It's an album that you just really. I mean, I don't mind like a
quiet record. Right.
Yeah, it's a quiet.
It's
record.
very quiet.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, this is a wide variety of channels, isn't it?
Thanks, Jeff.
But to your point, Mazzy, that is a record that does not and never should get an audiophile.
Absolutely. You know, I'm
That's
with
like
you.
Most records.
doing an audiophile pressing of a Guided by Voices record or something. You know,
Oh,
it's like this.
yeah.
Same as television.
Yeah.
There you go.
Agreed.
The Great Seal of Utopia.
Right. There we go. Nice.
Yeah, the dude that remastered
From the
television,
Mind
he didn't
Game.
even know who they were.
So that doesn't matter. Think of
Yeah,
it this
it
way.
does.
Hey, wait. Let's have a little debate here about that. Just think of any new
we
band.
have to?
A mastering engineer gets the tapes of a new band. They've never heard that band before. They don't know how that band's supposed to sound. I mean, unless the band's
100% right. You're 100% right. It's just a job. The guy's job is to make whatever they bring him sound the best possible. And that's a great point. How's he supposed to know about a new band? You know,
and if it's an old record, he's not remixing it for one thing. He's remastering it, and he wants it to sound good as he can today. Now, if the band members are there, that's one thing, but usually they're not there with the cutting engineer. They're there when they mix it, maybe, but not with the cutting engineer. So, I have the promo of the first television album, and despite all that stuff about artist intent and that Tom Verlaine like that high screechy guitar thing, and I like that first album, and I like that. I like the Kevin Grape cut.
are two different things. I mean, I've been in a lot of mastering sessions, and it's been the same thing except for a different place. They have their room, they have their gear, they do their thing. You like what that mastering engineer does, you go to that guy. He's just going to do the same thing for your stuff. He runs it through his gear. He tweaks it just a little bit because mastering's not about whacking with a machete. It's about very specific, tiny little moves. That's kind of how it is with mastering engineers.
A lot of people get mastering and like producing confused.
Yeah.
Like when it,
Well, those are huge.
I can't tell you. Yeah, I know. But what I'm saying is, I can't tell you how many times I go on like forums, especially like something as awful as Discogs, and read comments, and it's like people don't even realize what they're criticizing was what was recorded. Like that happens way too much.
100%.
And so I don't even believe that a lot of people even know what they're talking about when
they don't.
they're saying stuff like, the mastering's bad. Like you don't even know for sure like what it is.
It's confusing, the whole process. There's a lot of moving parts. There's a lot of people involved. The producers, like, I mean, sometimes the producer doesn't hardly do anything, honestly. But it's it's the first off, it's the artist, then it's the mixer, it's the engineers, it's the producer. That's all one ball of wax. Then it's the mixing is huge, and then mastering is the final little tweak, and cutting is like, I mean, what are you going to tell a cutting engineer to do except for what he does?
Yeah, make it more punchy and warm.
Yeah.
Dude, hey,
Yeah.
Joey, Christina's got a fly in her wine.
See, I got it out. He flew away. I say
You let him off the hook.
Can't fly in a straight line
Hey,
now.
I got something. Here's an interesting thing, because this is not, I won't be in a position to do this all the time, but like Mazzy, I'll send you the mix of my record, and it won't be on vinyl, right? But I'll send you the mix of the record, and then you can listen to the master too. And when you listen to those two things, it'll be very clear what happened and what didn't happen.
I'm not one that really, despite what people think, I don't consider myself an audiophile, and I'm usually satisfied with everything.
It's not about sound quality; it's about what happened.
I understand.
You know what I mean? Like you'll be, and I think what'll happen is, in one respect, you'll be like, "Holy shit, that's a big change," but it's not in another. It's not what people think.
Okay. All through the 90s, and here's an example that people are going to cringe. Some people will cringe. Some people will get it. We had these little, what are those speakers? Not Cost, but little black, I forgot the company that made these speak. We had 4 of them in the office. It wasn't surround, but 4 of them. And just a 5-changer CD player. What is it? They weren't Bose. They weren't Bose. No? It was the Henry Cost. Remember, he did a series, whatever. He had his own stores. But anyway, I used to push the loudness button on just to play the CDs in the office, and it sounded great, and I liked that. And I know that's like, oh my God, the loudness, pushing it up, the loudness, but God forbid people push the loudness button. While we're working, those little tiny speakers, no subwoofer, I would push the fucking loud, and I just wanted to listen to the song. And
that's what it's for.
A big thing that a mastering engineer can do, and this is okay, whatever. I'm not trying to pro vibe or anything here, but the 4th Daughter record, which was on MCA, had 3 of the greatest mixing engineers available to us at the time. And I'm going to fuck up and forget all their names. But Tom Lord Alge, Jack Joseph Puig, and then the big guy, oh my God, the guy who did Roxy Music, the big Roxy Music record. Shit. Jesus.
Avalon?
Yes. Who did that?
Ludwig? Robert Ludwig? No.
The mixing.
Oh,
Clearmountain.
Oh, Bob Clearmountain.
Oh, yeah.
We had all 3 of those guys who are like all legends. But the thing is, it's 3 different people mixing songs on one record. The fucking guy who comes in, which was Robert Ludwig, and masters it, makes all 3 of those engineers sound like one record. That's what that guy does.
Yeah. All right,
Thank you for killing the dream, Calio.
Nobody is allowed to talk about this anymore in the vinyl community.
So he brings up a good point. So how do you tell if an album was well recorded or well mastered?
If you like it, that's all it cares. I think you like it.
See, that's it becomes a weird ass conversation, because a lot of people are like, I like the way it sounds, it's fine, so it's fine. But like, sometimes people listen to whether the drum kit was mic'd properly and shit like that. But it means different things to different people.
Yes,
exactly.
Which is why it's reductive, because it's like, do you fucking like it or not?
That's it. That's the only thing that matters. I agree.
Like when I listen to a record, I criticize production first, and then like mixing probably. So, and then sometimes I'm not even sure. Still, I'm not sure unless I read up on it.
Yeah.
But like,
I criticize whether or not it's a good song to me, and that is
100%.
pretty much it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's all about the songwriting. I agree.
Yeah.
Question for Emma.
Oh, record stores in Jersey. We did Princeton Record Exchange, and we actually met up with Bill at the Vinylverse, which is really, really cool.
He's not young though.
What?
He's not
No,
young.
he was an honorary member.
Oh,
for the
he's
day.
young at
He
heart.
was an honorary member for the day.
He's
And
a
then-
chaperone.
Yeah, he was. And then we did. What else did we do? We did Sky Valley. We did Revilla. We call it, I don't know the full name, but it's in a vacuum shop. And that was one of the coolest selections I've seen in a really long time. I need to figure out what the name of that. I'll ask Dylan, but it was literally just in the side of a vacuum shop. And
Wow.
it was really cool.
So it didn't suck?
No, it didn't suck.
Timing is
Yeah,
everything.
You're all thinking that same thing that you're doing.
Timing is everything. Harry, are you having a good time?
Yeah, it made me think of, like I used to work at a burger joint when I was in high school. And when the bus of tourists would pull in the parking lot, everybody would yell, "Bus, bus," because we'd get things going. And I can only imagine these record stores seeing all these people running in, "Bus, bus." I get that picture in my mind.
I don't get it, Harry. That's okay.
Yeah, well.
I
Great
thought it was a
analogy.
great story, Harry.
Do you say
I like
do you
that
say
a lot.
cow when you drive on the freeway? Like you see cows? Do you the cow?
Oh, you were asking about whether Coffee Dave's was. I think that just answered it.
That answers it all right there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So far, that's the most important question of the night, as far as I'm.
Can I talk
Ooh,
about
sorry.
my take on production?
Yeah.
Yes.
Usually, when I complain about production, I think it's too slick. I think it's overproduced. Half of my albums here are the opposite of audiophile.
Yeah, I know.
Right.
What's the opposite of audiophile?
But
It's
okay.
fine.
Gigi
And
Allen.
Richie,
That's
Yeah,
horrible.
yeah.
I had the box,
That's the
that's how bad I bought the box set.
that's the Neil Young phone booth. But Richie,
Yeah.
it's still nice to have a good recording. For instance,
Recording and production are not the same thing.
Yes.
No, I know. You'd probably like the new album by Steve Albini's band, the last one he put
Black.
out.
Yeah. To All Trains. And it's
No,
pretty
no,
good.
no, no, no. Yeah, what's it called? Not
To
Black.
All Trains. It's Shellac.
Shellac.
Yeah.
It's kind of a post-punky record, and it sounds really good. Not really good like in that Steely Dan 10cc.
Yes. That's a great example of the difference between recording and
Yeah,
production.
it's just it's a good trio, well recorded, well mastered.
Perfectly recorded.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
great. And whether you like the music or not, that's I'm not.
That like I can't believe I didn't think of this as a good example, like to bring up when people have this conversation, because Steve Albini's records are recorded fucking great.
Mhm.
But to most people, and I do mean most people, they'll listen to that shit and they'll be like, this is terrible, right? Because he went out of his way to make ridiculous guitar sounds and all that stuff.
You know, I like all of the Big Black albums, but the PJ Harvey record he did, I don't really think he did a great job with that because of the
Lou, you're
vocals.
failing.
Really?
You think so?
I
Oh,
like-
sorry. Jesus Christ, Mazzy. Sorry.
Just so people can see this thing.
So,
Right.
Nah, it's sold out.
Yeah.
They
Cool
repressed
cover.
They repressed it already. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Unfortunately,
Mazzy showed it
unfortunately,
and
came
it
out the
sold
week
out.
after he died. It came out after and it's not like the greatest record in the world or anything, but it's just for this type of music to sound this good. Again, not slick. It's just a trio.
Yeah. Rich,
Honestly,
Richie,
Richie, that is you're fucking on point. There's probably more records ruined by slickness and overproduction versus bad or underproduction. I 100% agree with that.
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah, and one of the reasons why is because if it was such a good song in the first place, then why did we need the electric panpipe and 2 fucking drum set players. You know what I mean? If
Hey,
you're Bob
don't
Weir in the
fucking
80s.
Throw down on the electric panpipe.
No, digital. Sorry, digital panpipe. They're
Oh,
different. They're
Can I
different.
ask a question totally off
Makes no
base?
sense. Digital
Yes.
panpipe makes no sense.
What do you all think about Tenacious D canceling their tour?
Oh boy.
Oh God.
I'm not going to talk on that.
I don't think they should personally. People say shit. People, if you heard the jokes and the bullshit we said, now not on the air, not in private. Now we should have said it. It's kind of bullshit. A lot of people were thinking that, which is you don't open your mouth when you're thinking that shit because no one should be shot at, no matter what party you're on. And I said that. The thing that some people jumped me on, Rachel had that live stream, and I'll be honest with you here. The one thing I mentioned while I was on the air with the auction of the wax. His auction, and someone texted me a picture of Vincent van Gogh, and I said, someone just texted me a picture of Van Gogh. I said that. I didn't show it. I said that. Bad taste, yes, but I remember, the story I tell to this
Well,
day.
see, you know what, Mazzy? That's not really that bad a taste.
Yeah.
But saying,
I don't think it is either. But I remember the day my buddy and I drove down the coast of California.
Yeah, it's
the
fucked
day,
up.
The day
You're
after,
right. But
the
does
day
that
after
mean
John,
you cancel the tour?
the day after John Lennon died, my friends went down the coast and we met these guys, and someone said, what would it take to get the Beatles together again? And I said, what? And they said 3 more bullets. And I fucking cracked up because if you know John Lennon's sense of humor, as sad as I was and devastated as I was the day after Lennon, I didn't say, oh, too soon for jokes like that. Lennon would have cracked up for a joke like that. Bad taste? Absolutely. When I know Rob Walker got pissed off because when the Queen died,
Rob got pissed?
I posted a picture of the Queen is Dead album cover, and his head blew up,
I remember that was on Rachel's stream.
Right.
And I made a comment that now they're going to have a donkey on their currency, and AGK got pissed. There was a few people. Michael 45 Grape, he got pissed.
Anyway, I don't think they should have canceled their tour. There's always, there's going to be people protesting and people that will go and just love them anyway. So
yeah, but there's another aspect of that too, dude. Jack Black is Kung Fu Panda. Kids all over the country know him because of that shit. And
he's making money. He's making.
But I mean, and as soon as that came out,
decision.
Jack Black is like, I can't look. My 90% of my brand now is. Dude, I'm Kung Fu Panda. I can't have people talking about making jokes on stage with me standing 2 feet away from you about, an assassination attempt when, so.
Yeah, he's trying to save his brand for sure.
Now, did he say it at a public event?
Kyle Gass said it. Kyle said it.
Oh,
Jack didn't say shit.
I know that.
Yeah,
it was
Jack didn't say
wasn't
anything.
it a birthday party or something?
No, it was a concert, and it was Kyle's birthday, and he put a cake in his face and said, "What do you wish for?" And that's when he said it.
Yeah.
Fully up.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I understand why he did what he did.
Yeah, I think it's a little too much about people saying the quick joke thing and being castrated for it. As a liberal, I don't believe in the wokeness shit either. So, I'll say that.
They'll be back.
There's things that are mean-spirited when you say it, or one thing. And
then let all those trolls on. If you don't
as your production assistant, I can have when I have to put the brakes on that.
We got 10 people here. We can't have any more. So,
all right, I'm gonna leave.
I'm gonna say good night. I want to thank you.
I think we're gonna end this. We got 3 more minutes to make it 2.5 hours. We're gonna end it. Any closing remarks? Emma, it's great to see you. It's great to
good to see you.
It's a rarity. John, it's totally a rarity. 2 weeks. How excited are you?
Well, if
That's
you
the only
watched
reason
her
why.
video, if you watched your videos, it wouldn't be that rare, Nelson.
Yeah, Nelson. Jeez.
I watch every Richie video and every John video.
I don't even
Emma.
post that frequently, so it's
I know. You know.
He means it's rare that I'm on a
You know
live
what?
stream, which it
Can I
is.
say something? I
And this is
watched
pretty much only validated why I don't do these. I've had a little bit of fun. It's been nice hanging out. Never spent any time with Louie here. That's good. Hey, nice to meet you.
Yeah,
Sam, it's
keep it tight and private.
Right?
Am, welcome, Emma.
Yeah.
Wyoming Dave, Dawson. I've been on with Dawson before.
Can I say one thing before we leave?
Yes.
Yeah. You know, Mazzy, I watch most of your videos. Once in a while, you'll show like new jazz albums. I'm not going to watch that.
That's fair.
But
That's fair.
this last thumbnail you did with the Mind Games box set.
Yes.
And I'm hoping part of it's a joke with the white gloves and all that, or
Yeah, no, I'm pretty sure he's very serious.
Let me tell you what. Let me tell you about that.
that
I have a
sticker man
friend.
guy, I think he's a jerk.
My friend Coffee Julie and her boyfriend Lance Mercer's a
White
photographer.
gloves.
We came up with a concept. I want to do this thing. My
way
whole
back, all of
this
those.
is an art. Wait, this is an art piece. So I'm going to show it like an art performance piece. So I did it as a bed-in. I paid $15. I bought from Amazon for $15 for white silk PJs. I got in the bed. We did the impression. We got the whole thing set up, and I did it as we shot 40 minutes. I cut it to 11 minutes, and it literally is a performance piece, whether you like it or not.
Man, you know what? The one thing you should have done that I wish I'd have known ahead of time, you should have had somebody next to the bed in a big black bag.
Yeah, on the
Well,
floor.
you know the thing we almost did, and she couldn't do it, but my friend the archivist, I wanted Amanda to come over and just sit on the bed next to me, silent for the whole time, like Yoko and John during the bed in for peace. And she would have done it, but they're leaving the town.
Oh.
And, you know,
That's what I'd say too.
Yeah,
we had fun. You know, if people,
I'd totally do it, Maz. You know, but we got.
Oh, there's totally people commenting over the top, overdid it. But someone, I think it's 4D who's here right now, said he already pissed off on Harry's video. I didn't watch yours because I didn't want to watch another one yet to the video. So, hey,
We may be the only two people in Washington State that own that.
Well, you know, look, people can hate it. They can do what they want, but it's been up since this morning at 9 a.m., right?
Oh, don't start bragging now.
I'm going to brag, you know, because people talk about, oh my God, our views are down now. It's the summertime. I have 2,500 views in 10 hours. Okay.
That's good. That's good.
I have 13,000 views for a YouTube video in a day and a half. Okay.
Can I say something real quick? Can I say something though, Mazzy? Is that like usually you send me those thumbnails when they're as entertaining as that beforehand, and you didn't this one. I got it from like Bill first or somebody.
You got to hear it from the
street. That really kind of pissed me off.
Do you have the street sheet where you live? You know the street sheets?
No.
It's like homeless people that sell for $1 the street.
Oh,
in San Francisco, they sell. It's like the we always joke about, oh, did you read it in the street sheet type of thing. So
you know when you have to set a joke up like that.
We should get Jim from Record Collector News to do a street sheet of all the VC people.
Mazzy.
No thanks. No.
There was a couple of VC people were at the show last night, and record store owners, and they were very impressed that I knew Mazzy. It was where did you get? I swear to God, I am not joking.
Where did you get the tunnel T-shirt?
You have a very high, you know, people.
Don't tell them.
So
what they say about the waxed?
They fucking love the waxed. Actually, no one says anything about the waxed, but they love Mazzy.
No. Well, thank you.
Yeah.
Great show. If you guys, where you play? Okay, going to St. Louis. Where else are you going? Going to Chicago?
We already did Chicago.
Oh, so you didn't see that? Oh, they're so great live, Emma. You'd like them because they got a little. I don't want to say power pop because they're not a power pop band, but they have these.
I agree with that.
When are you playing St. Louis?
We're playing St. Louis Thursday night. Concert Buddy's going to be there. It's
Chance?
out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Seriously, Emma, they're so good.
Trio, they're so great live. Yeah.
Emma.
Yeah.
Do you live in St. Louis?
No, but it's not a terrible drive.
Where are you? Where do you live?
Illinois.
We already did our Illinois. Well, look, if you want to be in St. Louis is sold out. I'll get you on the list if you want to go. message me on Facebook or on Instagram.
Or send
Okay.
me a message and I'll send it to him. But if you,
Hey,
you know,
I'll get you in if you want to go.
When
It's
is it?
worth-
Thursday?
It's worth
It's
the
Thursday.
drive.
Thursday night. Chance is going to be there, Concert Buddy, and then we do Nashville where they're going to hate me, and then it's sold out in Atlanta, and then we play LA and blah 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 blah. You have to just go on the website to see. But seriously, if you want to go to St. Louis, it's sold out. I'll get you in, no problem.
All right, I appreciate it.
You got it.
all right, we're gonna end this. I really want to thank Louis because Louis held this.
Oh
he's-
yeah, this
he's
is
a-
fucking all me right here.
I like
Not one
like the-
Diet Coke that I see.
I like the diversity of all white men and women here, which is kind of fucked up. And I will say that I am supporting the Democratic ticket. I would pay for a coffin.
You
over
needed to say that
Trump.
too, because no one would know.
Nobody thought that.
No.
I was on the fence
It's the
until
most shocking revelation ever.
Thank you for having me on.
And
Yeah.
and
Yes.
thank you in the audience. Everyone was respectful against the wankers in the private track. So I'm going to say Mazzy loves you, and I'm going to say